Well, what do you mean T1 saved? They're not saved.
Should feel like favorites
Well,
coming into this matchup, especially when you look at
we're in draft already. Damn.
They have had so far in this tournament.
What do you mean saved?
Let's see what adaptations have they made coming into this, and how can they match up against BLG? Rematch of the MSI best of 5, where we saw BLG get the better of T1.
All right. And I want to see what style BLG go for, because this is one of the few teams that still held on to, like, let's have.
I don't have the T1 jersey with me.
Go ahead, pick whatever you want. Let's have Shun play Nidalee and Kha'Zix. And
okay, chat, we got it. NA beat EU, we got it. Now can we focus on this game?
Yeah, you gotta set the stage for possibilities at the beginning of a series.
Now I misclicked. The thing closed itself. What the fuck?
Whatever you want. Let's have Shun play Nidalee and Kha'Zix. And these assassin
don't remind me of that draft, man.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Ring, ding, ding, ding. Orianna first pick. Jarvan is more valuable apparently, even with Rumble down. Jarvan's more valuable with Rumble down? Really? But Vi is up. BLG will just play Vi, won't they?
The Renato ban does suggest that maybe they're looking at an early Alistar.
They are looking at early Alistar, correct, Vidius.
Orianna being up, Yagao gonna be grabbing that for himself.
Orianna, Alistar, Vi on 3.
A little bit more to hysterics. One of the things I debated with him is BLG have felt a little slower.
Turn off the YouTube chat.
Oh yeah,
you're right.
Prowess. Even in their series.
Whoa, 1-2 Orianna Renekton?
Game 1 they were very dominant, but as the series went on, it felt harder and harder for them to find those early game advantages. And I did wonder, is it because of the shift in the
Who are you supporting?
meta where Yagao
We support T1.
To
Faker Azir, classic.
The map, and now that he's being put on the
Faker
Orianna,
Azir,
I wonder
classic.
if this favors a T1 where you do get to scale a little bit more and go for those team fights. But then again, BLG is one of the best team fighting teams in the world, so we'll see how T1 fares.
Don't do Kai'Sa. Just don't do Kai'Sa.
When Yagao can just go
don't pick Kai'Sa.
and Elk in the side lane.
Let's match top. Come, pick your Cassante.
On the game and duo carry it basically. But
pick your Gnar. Pick your champ.
See here as the Azir is picked up in answer to the Orianna. See if Faker also is a Hell of Blades Azir enjoyer. Seems like that has really been taking preference.
Yeah,
so far.
shocker.
And with Jack's band, guess
I
what?
don't have the jersey with me. Zeus Gnar. Zeus Gnar, his one trick.
You know, Kennen, Jace, and Gnar possibilities. I like it into the Renekton because it's more of like, look towards later stages in the game, and T1's going to take a little bit long view.
It's also just like, it's such a good Zeus pick. He's such an incredible Gnar player.
I also always love it with Jarvan because Cataclysm into Mega
You're a T1 hater. What do you mean? No, I'm not.
Try and crash people into.
Yeah.
I changed the title already.
Well, how many power picks are on both sides here?
Yeah, it's kind of impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, Rel, Orianna on the side of BLG. Azir,
I changed the title.
Obviously,
did it update?
Seen a huge priority of Azir, but the Hail of Blades, Azir is something we saw from Showmaker very early in the tournament against Caps, and it's an ability. It gives you the ability rather to get push in that lane, out trade the Orianna using your long range. So we'll see if Faker goes for that direction. But top side of the map has been a high priority. Of course, this Rel can still be flexed. So now the bot lane will be targeted. And unsurprisingly, BLG
Alistar Rakan. Sorry, one sec.
Alistar going to be taken away from Carrier.
One sec.
Don't think we'll see a Bard ban, but you've always got to be prepared for it in case Carrier chooses to bring that one out again.
All right, support.
Bro, everyone's saying in the comments of me taking a picture with the Shy that Caedrel is so fucking tall. Yeah, hell yeah, I am. Cade win. Gumushi Cade win. They're gonna play. They're gonna.
Makes a lot of sense.
Banaphilios, T1, please, Banaphilios, please. Allo. Let me have Kai'Sa, Banaphilios. Banaphilios, T1, please.
Further AD carries, will they actually? Oh, they're gonna choose to remove the Sejuani so that they can limit that Renekton Sejuani.
Maybe they go Kai'Sa anyway. They have Jarvan. Maybe they won't go Aphelios. Elk. There's no way they go Kalista. They go Kai'Sa.
And the Poppy also could.
Yeah, the Aphelios ban wasn't needed. I forgot they had Jarvan. Now Gumushi can go Draven or Aphelios or Kai'Sa or sorry, Draven or Aphelios.
Oh, the Senna!
Senna!
Oh boy! Inspired by North America, perhaps.
Oh, yeah, you know the classic NA inspiring Korea.
What is Carrier playing with Senna? What is it?
That actually happened, and it
Don't play Senna Lee Sin.
Was all the way back to 2016.
You're teasing me. Yeah, Tam Kench.
Exactly, for CLG, but... Hey!
Oh, Jun Nidalee!
Told you so,
Jun Nidalee.
Has the card.
Holy
You
fuck,
can
it's a
pull the
banger.
Nidalee card whenever you want
Oh
if
my
you
god,
are
it's a
sure,
banger.
And it's with the Renekton.
Well,
okay?
the ads are gonna run if this game goes past
With
50
the
minutes,
Nidalee.
but I
For
don't
those
think
that
it is gonna go
know,
past
that
50
don't
minutes,
get to
right?
watch the LPL that much, Shun is a very
This game won't go
well-known
past
Nidalee
50
player.
minutes.
This is one of his comfort
Nah, we won't
picks,
run ads now
something
then.
that even earns respect bans
We're chilling.
domestically in the LPL. When they used it against LNG, I didn't love it. I wasn't a big fan of it. But let's see how it works out today.
We're chilling.
against T1.
I mean, I'm a resident Nidalee hater. I feel like the champion can often run into a lot of difficulties, but the situation where it always works best is with guaranteed
Alright,
CC
Shun
to set
Nidalee.
it up for the
Oh, yeah.
spears.
I don't know if it's the best Nidalee game.
Exactly. When it has
It's against
something like
Jarvan
that,
though.
point
Jungle
blank,
matchup
can't
is
really
super
mess
good
those
for
up,
Nidalee.
and it makes it easy for the Nidalee to get
Fast
in there
forward the stream
and
a
get
bit.
the ball rolling, 'cause she needs to stay ahead of the pace of the game. She needs to lead the way in terms of tempo. If she falls behind, she's a really cool range minion.
Yeah, I mean,
Really cool, though.
she's a really difficult champion.
That's
to
as far as
play.
I'll go. I don't
You
wanna go any
kinda
further,
get
otherwise
off
it's
the
gonna start
gate
bugging.
very early,
Otherwise it's gonna
stealing
start
away
bugging.
camps, leveraging your mobility. You could bully a Jarvan. There's very little he can do against the Nidalee, but you need that priority in lanes. And I don't
Yeah,
think
this jungle
T1's
matchup
gonna
is
be
really
looking to
hard
give it anytime
for
soon.
Owner.
This is why I love this team, though. BLG has so much swagger. They're
This will be a
always
hard-
willing to pay these.
This will be a hard
to
matchup
execute
in jungle.
picks. I want to see the early jungle path here and how aggressive he
Ow.
can take, because that top side of the map, that is BLG territory, okay?
I mean, Zeus versus Bin. A top lane matchup that I think everyone is excited to watch once more.
Zeus versus
These two
Bin, baby.
players are some
Can
of the best
T1
in
get their revenge?
And you can hear the support for T1. NA versus EU earlier the crowd was hyped there during the games, but now the home crowd favorites, they're in the house.
It's always fun to hear those differences when there's one of the home teams that fans just love in the
I
building.
love-
It's T1, man. Like,
Yeah.
the most popular team in the world.
Yep, exactly.
All right, a reminder, you can log into your
Jayo.
lolesports.com and watch
Bread bite.
Worlds Live to earn exclusive Worlds emotes and icons. That's right now. It's live. Go do it. lolesports.com. But let's see how this early game is going to play out now, because I'm so interested in this Nidalee pick specifically. How do they enable it? How do they get it going?
So the beauty of what we get to see is we actually saw this bot lane matchup earlier in the G2 NRG series, and the range
the highest
advantage.
I don't have the
highest
T1
advantage,
jersey with me. They took it.
The range advantage that this center Tom Kench does give you in the early
They
game
took
is
it
that
to
you
sign
can
it.
really, have a lot of control in the bot side of the map. Interestingly,
Oh my
BLG
God,
going
they're
for a
late
bit of a
invading.
delayed invade here.
Yeah, Owner could be under pressure, as you can see. They see it marked with the
This is a
spear.
horror for
The
T1
three-man
maybe.
invade coming out from BLG, crash down. Not
I don't know,
gonna
it's a
find anything other than
50-50.
red buff. Now they're backing away.
Nidalee can secure
Red
with
buff's
Q
still
though.
About 1,000 HP. Owner taking some damage, gets ignited, has to continue
Oh,
falling
baby.
back. Shun still trying to find a little bit of poke here. They engage. Oh, nicely catching.
Oh,
Owner.
Shun
Now
is
Shun's
fucked.
gonna back away. Owner
But
with
so
the
is-
flash
oh
out
my
to
God,
the
it's so good for
back
T1
line,
maybe.
is under pressure, down to 100 HP. They're nearly gonna kill him.
Oh, but Shun got the red.
Back over to T1.
Okay, Owner's
The
fucked.
invade crashes and burns. Now Shun has to try to get away. The flash is already down. Can he escape the power of the Kench? He
Owner's
did
kind of-
with
Oh,
the
Carrier, get him.
The flash of the wall.
Get him!
How many licks to the center of a Nidalee pop? It's only gonna take
Boom!
one more.
Carrier!
Falls. Carrier grabs the second kill in the game for T1.
Hey, he's dead as well. He's dead as well. He's dead as well.
Yushi's coming in. Carrier's got a red buff. On is continuing to be slow.
He's dead as well.
T1 may have just won the game in 2.5
Oh no,
minutes.
Guma! Guma!
Wow! Barely lives, but Carrier is a monster!
Oh my God, Carrier! He's mental. Wait, is he dead?
Die here, but he's
Oh.
nearly gonna be killed.
Carrier is mental.
BLG thought they were being clever, and T1 smacked him right in the mouth.
We literally saw this matchup earlier, and once they get ahead, they become oppressive as all hell.
Yeah, we might have to
Carrier-
throw
Well,
this
bot
game
side is
out.
lost.
With the way that level
Owner was
one
fucked,
went,
but Nidalee died, so he
this
was
is
unfucked.
influenced the stats.
Oh, it is. My goodness.
I knew it.
The
I
idea
knew it would be
from
Mickey X over
BLG
Carrier
is to
spam in chat.
delay
I knew it. I didn't even have to
and
look.
believe that you can win out on the 3 versus 3, but the engage from on whiffs. His W from the rail actually collides with the wall, and once they don't have that initial damage, then T1 can just use the range advantage. They also got a bit of sustain coming out from Gumayushi. The Guardian from the Tom Kench as well meant that in the extended fight, T1 came out ahead, and while Owner did lose his red buff, I think you can quite clearly say that this was worth it for T1.
Yeah, definitely so. And Faker, I believe he's the one who came first.
Oh
even
my God,
with the
Faker's
Conqueror
struggling a
not
bit.
going with the Hello Blades mid Azir. So Definitely.
Yeah, why does he have
all
Conqueror?
things pointing towards T1 here. Now let's see, as it settles down, as it calms down, you have to keep track of all the summoner spells that were blown in it. If you had a plan previously coming into the game of top lane and looking
I feel like every Azir has Hail of Blades in this matchup. Especially against like Nidalee, Kai'Sa, or Orianna, 3 range champs. I don't know if Conqueror is that good.
Blowing their flashes.
Yeah, lots of stuff down. Are there any summoner spells still remaining? Gumayusi has his flash on, just about to get.
Okay, T1 has to win this game. If they lose this game state, it's a horror.
Shun able to secure the second crab. Bit of an engage.
Oh, Carrier maybe is problem.
Whoa!
What the hell?
She gets away, and now another counterplay coming out from Owner, but Carrier is killed instead. BLG are on the board. The game's not done yet, boys.
Yeah, very smart. You have to pay attention to that bottom lane. They return to the scene of the crime, Vedius.
Well, they're gonna dive them, by the way.
Looking for a dive. I think that with Owner and Gumayusi,
They have to go on Senna.
Very squishy here.
Senna's dead, maybe.
Gumayusi only 350 HP.
Oh, miss again.
Shun trying to tag him with the auto attack.
Man, Shun Nidalee is fucking. What's he doing?
Gumayusi can escape. Owner's back underneath the tier 1 turret. Remember, everybody's still only level 3, level 4. Owner jumps in.
Here comes
Faker. Can't go. Maybe just go, fuck it. No, I can't
Faker's
go.
gonna chase these guys out. They can disengage in time, but now Faker goes in after Yagao. He's got the higher DPS, so he'll try to use those soldiers a little bit. Man, what a crazy early game.
Yeah.
What do you mean
R2D2?
I'm not
R2D2.
R2D2.
Reminding me of Caedrel's Lee Sin cues, you know, with the direction.
Yo, Vedius!
That's what's the meme.
Oh no, I mean, Jankos has much higher hit accuracy than some of the Caedrel cues in his history, but that's fine, that's fine. So we can see this initial play.
How am I catching strays?
It's a good promising engage.
It's T1 BLG.
From on. The spear goes wide, but it doesn't matter. Gumayushi's forced to flash.
Yo,
Admittedly, he doesn't have a huge amount of damage this early on in the game. We talked about how Nidalee can just bully
My
Jarvan
Qs
out of
aren't
the
that
jungle,
bad.
and that's because
My
of how much
Qs aren't that
stronger she is
bad.
in those early skirmishes. And while that EQ can look lethal, Nidalee in the extended fight will come out on top.
So it's 6 minutes into the game, and Shun also hasn't based, by the way, on this Nidalee. He's going to go for another clear. Raptors possibly into the Krugs as well for a big buy.
All right, no action again for now.
Yeah, the early game is
This game has
evening
led
up a
us
to here.
Believe that anything could happen at any point here in the first 6 minutes.
It's so funny every time we get into matchups like this and we're like, the top lane. Zeus versus Bin. Everyone's super amped to watch those two compete, and then we have a look at top lane. Dead even in farm. The lane is neutral. It's the team fights where we'll really see their impact, whereas the bot lane is where the chaos is rampant. Faker once again makes his way out onto the minimap, moving into that fog of war, creating that sense of pressure that Elk and On have to worry about. Jun has finally been able to base, has picked himself up a first key component.
Ooh,
Oh, get him,
nice
Zeus.
Meganar into the wall there from Zeus, just trading aggressively with Bin, hops back into him with
W?
the crunch.
Oh.
Bin still getting away. Wallop doesn't hit,
Close.
no more follow-up there. Of course, just trying to put as much damage into him as he can, with Bin still having both the flash and the dominance. There's not really true kill potential there.
Yeah, also we just saw Owner go
Close,
into
close,
the bottom
close.
side river to grab the crab and get that extra vision. So they know after the full clear from Shun, he's going to head back on down towards this bottom side. They saw him just grab that ward by mid lane. The mid laner's just been farming, so they're fine with all this, but they did get an alert, so both of them should know bottom side presence.
Now, we've seen a lot of early action, but credit to Owner. He's...
Yep.
Oh, hang on. Bot lane play.
Shattering strike, nicely done. Carrier
Owner's
forced
not
to
6
flash
yet.
out of that one just to escape, but now they're looking for an angle with Owner. On still trying to get away.
Maybe they can
back
get
into the
Rel
river.
Flash? No, they don't.
Shun and Elk falling back to their own tier 1. They disengage in time. Owner can't get in there from an EQ.
So just a bit of testing the waters, you know, looking for an opportunity there. The flash being lost from Carrier.
It's kind of crazy how Senna's
The
just
gold
popped up
advantage still
again.
sits in T1's
But people were
favor.
telling me that
Once again,
Senna was
looking for
really OP.
something.
We're back. Both junglers.
They can't see it, right? If we get an opportunity to toggle that vision, that control ward is limiting that, what T1 can see right now. Gumayusi has no mana.
Here it just got 6 though.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're not going to take that fight anymore, and they're going to disengage. Herald and Dragon both up on the map. Both these teams have their eyes set on the bot lane.
Whoa,
Looks
Zeus
like no early objective going to come through.
jumps for the attack speed.
Yep, Carrier just trying to jump forward, keep the pressure on here, use those tongue lashes to try to poke at these guys.
I don't know, Orianna Nidalee sounds dog shit. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds fucking garbage.
From the Senna creates such
I
a
just think T1 scales and wins fights, don't they?
It's so easy to just constantly try to take these trades. If you're the Tom Kench, go up, trade Tongue Lash with something else. Eat a Void Seeker for a Tongue Lash. Senna's going to heal it off.
Gentlemen, how crazy, you know, you've already had your big upset today, but is it NA that's also innovated the bot lane meta? Have they found the answer to things like
Last time a
Xayah?
team innovated bot lane meta, they won
Might
Worlds.
just be the energy special, man.
We'll take credit, yeah. It's for sure been getting scrimmed by a bunch of teams, but I'm down.
I saw NA play it first, Kobe. That's
Why
all
does
I'm
your
gonna
chat
say.
spam the same emotes over and over? Yeah, because they're all
I'm feeling
bots.
in a good mood, so we'll accept all credit here. 4K health, though, on this Herald, and Shun is watching.
Yeah, 6 hit by Hawk.
Everybody's coming.
Yeah.
That is a little bit
Oh,
further,
ran an
but-
OPW?
or,
Oh, fake
Kai'Sa,
movement?
It's a party. It's a party up here in the
Wait,
top
Owner
side,
doesn't have his
remember?
upgraded smite, and
The
Shun
Herald's
does.
not going to be taken down just
Okay, it's
yet.
fine.
They're going to smite it away. Owner picks up the eyeball. Everybody came to the party, but now we're all leaving to go do our homework. Carrier finds a Tongue Lash onto Yagao.
What about that
follow
bolt?
up here just yet. Nice root coming out from Guma.
Oi, oi, oi. I don't know if that was good, Faker.
Combo. T1 ain't going to kill anybody just yet. Yagao barely gets away. Owner's ready to swoop in for the Cataclysm. And
Nice eat by Carrier.
Guma Yushi flips the switch.
Olm gets turned
And now
off.
Shun tries
Oh, Gumayushi.
over the top.
What a sniper.
Yushi is shooting straight.
Senna's gonna get some bans in the future. I can feel it. That is 3 kills all
Gumayushi.
of Guma now. And T1, let's see. They're pushing topside. They're pushing mid as well with Elk. Trying to fish around. There's a ward on him, so he's not going to be able to interrupt Faker here. Should be able to finish off the cannon and push that one in too.
That fight looked a little chaotic initially for T1. And you'll see here, once they go into the fight, like,
What? Oh,
the
he smurfed that
response from
fight,
BLG
Guma.
is good. Like, yeah, the shockwave comes through, CCing Faker on with a response as well.
Yeah.
Owner's not in the fight yet. It's when Owner
He levels up on the rel
re-engages
kill.
that it starts going in their favor. And I was worried for Gumayushi. Stuck here on the front lines, but he gets
He levels
so
up on the
much
minion.
health back. And then he's able to
Oh, what a
disengage,
shot.
find that snipe.
That was
and
perfect.
The crowd erupts here in Seoul.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how Guma ate the tankier.
How many stacks does he have? You can see it here.
Owner, and
Yeah.
Guma's like, all right, fine, I guess I'm flashing out. But Gary's like, you know what? I'll be next to you more in the future in the game, so I'll be able to protect your flash.
Well, look at the gold here, picking up 3 kills in the bot lane, leading alongside Faker. They are identical right now.
You can see it there.
He's only at 13 CS. The Senna doing wonders for T1.
Yo!
Total damage. Zaya's topping those charts, but it's pretty easy to do when you're Nara against a melee. Flash
Zeus.
forward.
Oh, Zeus.
Wall up, rock toss, one more hit.
Whoa!
Zeus solo kills Ben.
This ain't no finals, okay?
This ain't no final. Zeus is locked in. BLG are trying to respond.
Zeus,
but they may be
world
getting
class.
collapsed on.
Yeah, Carrier comes in with the Abyssal Dive. They're ready to reinforce Owner and make sure that he doesn't get jumped by the members of BLG that we're looking for.
Zeus, world class.
Seeker, not going to really do a whole lot here as T1 can just walk it off.
I really do want to put more emphasis onto Zeus, though. He did so much work when T1 had such a hard year losing Faker for so long. Really, Zeus was doing overtime trying to keep them together, and very, very good recovery from this team to be able to make it through playoffs, make it here to Worlds, and especially on these types of picks for Faker, the Azir, the Nico, definitely their comfort zone.
I mean, T1 have just set themselves
Oi.
up fantastically. Elk in a bit of danger.
They're looking for another one. Carrier goes in for Elk.
Oh,
Forces
Guma
him to
sidestep.
try to play defensively. Guma has
Holy
so much
fuck, how
range,
broken
so
is Senna
much
Tam
damage.
Kench?
Elk is going to get rooted up.
Oh my god, there's...
To
Senna Tam is
escape
disgusting.
that ulti.
Nice play there from Guma, really leveraging the range to his advantage and bullying this Kai'Sa out on trying to respond.
Look at
It's so
Owner's
difficult
positioning.
to
He's
do
standing
when the
behind
top
bot to
catch
cover the
is
jungle
right there
match.
with the Devourer
He's off
ready
running
to
top
save
trying to
it.
fuck Renekton. This is
If Owner was
perfect.
committed, they could
Thank
have
God,
easily
Owner.
countered there with Carrier, no problem. Rift Herald summoned up here.
Now they're winning
looking
bot. They
for
can keep
plates,
winning bot.
and I don't think BLG
Yay.
is going to stop them. Already grabbing that first one. There's another one going
Oh
on with
my
the
god,
charge.
Owner.
Don't think they quite
Yes,
have enough
baby,
damage
yes.
to get the fourth after the extra resistances have been added, so they'll walk away from that.
He was
But it's
watching the
a
stream,
2,500
yeah.
gold lead for T1.
Guma found like 10 stacks in that single skirmish. He was just constantly hitting onto his opponent.
Zeus is
I
great.
just clicked on
He
the
can
souls
play
to
by
try and
himself.
check in. He's already 49
He's
right
perfectly
now. It's kind
fine
of a shooting
alone.
gallery down there in the bottom lane with so
He's
much
one of the
action,
best tops in the
starting
world.
From level 1.
Let him
In the
cook.
context of this comp, Zeus, he's going for another kill. Okay, no, he's going to show restraint. He did have a 2-level lead. I really thought he'd look for the dive. I guess he
Nah,
doesn't
no
have
way
full
he could dive
information.
him.
But you look at these little wards in the enemy jungle. Moving the wrong mouse.
Man, people's movement in this series
You
is
can see
crazy.
these just littered to get a bit of information as to where Shun is.
The player movement is
giving
nuts.
Zeus the freedom to play as aggressively as he wants. But let's look back at this solo kill.
And he's doing so well because Nar's going to turn into such a powerful split push and team fight presence for Team 1. I believe, too, for live right now, I wonder if there's a picture-in-picture we can see for the Dragon setup, because T1 are in a really prime position to start setting up the objectives. When you're getting Zeus solo kills like this, when you're winning team fights, well, there you go.
All right, first Dragon down, 40 minutes.
Yes, easy setup for them, as expected. Dragon #1. It's decently late into the game.
Let's go T1, baby.
They should be able to snowball pretty effectively.
Their position around the Dragon is dead. Yeah. Nice position to have when you're looking to get the
That's
game
what I was expecting.
Forward.
I guess we didn't need the picture-in-picture pop-up to confirm.
So coming into this series, I look back at all of T1's games, and against TL, they had a difficult early game. They couldn't really do much. Against Genji, they actually
Caedrel goes to the T1 office, and owner is back. Yeah, I gave him a stern talking to.
Cloud9, they ended up looking incredibly
I told him how to win the games.
They have just been ramping up as they often do when they come.
Nidalee is up 70 gold.
You know, this team in the group stage
No way.
has their worst record ever is 5-1. They only lose a game.
Wow, that must be so horrible.
I was told this is a Swiss stage, not a group stage.
My point is, though, that this team has already lost once to Genji, and they are saying we're not losing anymore.
That's the roof.
That is the roof. And coming into this series, they are looking strong. Their early game is looking good, but BLG are known for their team fighting, their ability to play the 5v5s, but with the gold advantage continuing to grow, it might not matter as T1 is in a fantastic position.
I mean, T1's still stinging from MSI. They want revenge over BLG for that elimination. BLG
not a finals.
3-1 and kicking them out, so definitely have
Why am I suddenly yawning?
to grind on their side. Let's all remember, too, the level 1 that started out this game.
Top is over.
Definitely, that was a lot of variance in that level 1.
NA putting me to bed, I guess.
Be a long series.
And
NA took my NRG.
They were eliminated by BLG back at MSI. Remember, this is not an elimination game here today. It is a promotion game. You guarantee a spot in the quarterfinals if you win this one, but the loser will still go on to play in that last chance set of games tomorrow.
Good one, Pedro.
3 best of 3s,
Thank you.
back to back to back. Show's going to be starting a little earlier, so make sure you tune in. 5 a.m. CET, 9 p.m. PST. But T1 now being challenged in this topside river as BLG move in to control the Rift Herald around the spawn of the second one. They don't want to lose out on more neutral objectives here.
Faker has
Let
TP,
Faker push
but
bot.
I like the look of that bottom push. They should just
Let Faker push
time
bot.
for
He should just
Faker.
be hitting tower.
Push that wave all the way
Yo,
in.
Faker.
Yeah, just waste as much.
I think he should just push and hit. He can force Renekton TP to defend. Rotate mid is not good, I think.
Right now. The center has
Bot tier
so
2
much
could either
range,
die or
and
get
you pretty
Renekton
much gotta
TP.
throw enough at him to overcommit to him twice because of the save from the catch.
I think he should hit.
So annoying. I mean, the Tom Kench.
All he's doing now is taking
walking
Senna's
down in your
wave.
face, bullying you off.
Or Tom
And
Kench's
it looks
wave, I
like
guess.
that's going to be all that they need with Bin going to answer that bottom wave. T1, they rotate Faker over to mid. And collect
They get mid tier 1 off it.
objective.
But I think they could have got Renekton TP or bot tier 2, and Herald could have gone mid anyway.
Just beautiful stuff.
But now
from
maybe
T1
Herald can go bot
here
tier 2.
in this first game in the best of
Let's
3.
see.
Objective
Let's see how the
bounties are
sequence plays out.
available soon. That lets you know the state of the early game here. Just 17 minutes in, and we've already got ourselves what looks to be a 4,500 gold lead.
I mean, I'm just looking at their comp as well, and from my perspective, this was like a very difficult game for T1 to lose. Like, they have such a massive range
Crazy.
advantage.
Faker was
Senna
bot, ran
is
mid,
one of the
took over
best
mid,
scaling
pushed
champions in
mid,
the game,
moved top,
period.
takes over top.
And when you pair that up with
much
an
gold is
Azir,
he in?
you know, we talked about earlier some examples of long-range champions, Caitlyn, Ezreal, 2 really strong long-range champs that work so well at playing front to back. Senna works in the exact same way, and her range is only going to get longer the longer that this game goes on. So I feel like BLG are going to have to find some miracle fight or a big throw from T1 to be able to turn this one around.
Yeah, and when your Gnar
Now here
is
comes the
solo
4-man
killing
top.
and has a ginormous lead over the
I
Renekton,
don't know if BLG can
that
hold
is
this.
going to be a lot more useful.
Yeah, like you have no options in the side lane. You feel like your team fight options are limited. The push.
I
like,
just
you
don't know
can't
if they should
contest
Herald.
it
I don't know.
anywhere.
I think
That's why
heralding
they
top
picked
tier 1
Nidalee
might
and
be a
went for
mistake.
level 1
If BLG overcommit to defend top, maybe they can herald mid.
T1
Or
are
in the second
a
Drake.
commanding position right now. They've caught bot, they've pushed that in. They've caught mid, they've pushed that in. You look at top as well, Faker having some cover from Owner.
Owner, we're
This
going to
was
shadow
where we saw
Faker.
some blunders from them against Genji.
If he wants to hit the
Genji found
tower,
some great
we're gonna
windows
stand
to
behind
punish
him.
Faker when he was pushing in these side lanes.
We're going to stand
He has
behind
been
him.
left isolated
Right
for
now
the
we're
time
running to
being.
Drake.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's
we'll
gonna
allow
play
it.
safer
We're not
as
hitting
a
the tower.
response.
Yeah. And
Faker's
so much
playing in the
safer
middle of the
too
lane.
for
We're good.
For the Azir in those matchups on the
We
side
are
lane
good.
with Dragon coming 30 seconds and Faker still having his teleport. I don't know exactly how many seconds left on Yagao's and how that's going to match up with the Dragon, but it probably should be up by Dragon time or pretty close.
15 seconds until that Drake. It is important to remember what you noted earlier, Kobe. It was a pretty late first one, so it's not going to be a fast.
This is going to be an insanely good soul. If there's a 3 in 4 chance it's a banger soul. Infernal Hextech Mountain. If it's Cloud,
it is still a 5K
it's mid.
gold advantage, though. It's so hard to take a fight in open ground, especially when T1
It could be a banger soul.
priority over this bot lane river real estate. Zeus is in position in the bottom lane. He's pushing up. Faker is back on the other end of the map.
Whoa, wait, they're fighting this.
He's got his TP ready to go to join.
I don't know if BLG should fight this, but I guess they feel forced to with Nidalee on their team.
BLG feel like
They have to go through this choke against Azir. I don't know if that's happening.
That rel engage would need to be absolutely nasty to win a 5K deficit team fight. Instead, they're going to decide
no
against
chance
it.
you get through that
BLG
choke.
will walk off, having watched T1 take the Drake.
I mean,
No
BLG
chance in hell you're getting to that choke.
kind of in our position, just acting as spectators on that Dragon. They didn't even try to cross map anywhere. They didn't even try to do anything elsewhere on the map. They just wanted to try and find a fight, and T1 gave them no angles. Absolutely none. They
Yeah,
were
Mountain
funneled into
Soul,
that choke
perfect.
Point. BLG didn't even try to
Perfect.
get push in bot and then access via the river that way, because I think they were so scared of Zeus with the pressure that he was generating. Like, all 3 towers are up. They have full control over the map. A 5K gold lead. BLG are running out of answers, and they're running out of answers quickly.
Yeah, I feel like they got draft gapped, they got level 1 gapped, they got top gapped, they got bottom gapped. There's gaps everywhere, man.
Yes, so many gaps.
So many.
I don't know if there's a word.
There's
for
a
that,
gap between the
collection
west
of
and the
gaps.
east
The
as
whole
well.
game is a valley. Right? we have
There's a lot of
found our way
gaps.
into quite a gorge here, gentlemen.
A great word. An
The gap
excellent
between
word.
NA and EU.
You don't get to hear too often.
At this point, T1 can start playing around the Baron. They don't have the fastest Baron. I mean, of course, with the Zia, it's never going to be the slowest. But
A lot of gaps.
I guess right now they're looking to play for that tier 1 in the top side of the map. They want to try and move their vision, get control over mid, and then start threatening that tower. But BLG are pretty committed to defending it. They do, of course, still have Zeus' TP. They could look for a play with that.
They are
Here we
heralding
are, they're
top.
looking to chip away at this tier 1.
Well,
I don't like
those
Herald
chips
top.
are going to be pretty intense once the Herald
Here
has
comes
its
the
way with the
hammer.
turret. There it goes. Yep, just immediately smashes that thing down. 3-0 now in the turret count. T1 absolutely owning the rift in this first game.
Will it
Jerry
crash
takes
on
a bit
tier
of
2?
damage, but he doesn't care. It's so
If it
easy
crashes
to
on
just
tier
using
2, they
this
can
catch
maybe-
as a brick wall.
No, they
Herald's
can't.
going to get ready for the second charge. Kaboom!
can't force it.
Connects. And because they were
Nice
able
that
to
it
move
crashed,
so
though.
far forward up in the jungle, mirroring that same progression in the top lane with the Herald,
Ignite.
they
It's
pushed their
good, fuck
opponents
it.
all the way back, took control over the enemy jungle, exfiltrated safe.
But it's
Just
not even
fucking
that,
ignite
look
them.
at the bot lane as well. Zeus keeping this pressure up.
Yeah, this
controls the
Renekton
bot
is
side jungle
blasted in
too,
this
has
lane.
that control ward. There is that single ward for a potential TP flank.
I
but that
don't
isn't an
have
option
the
for you
T1
now right
jersey.
now.
I don't have it.
And T1, they control the top side, they control the bot side, they're replenishing their wards.
What is Zeus' win rate on
Now
Gnar?
finish
I
for
swear
Faker.
every time I see this guy play Gnar,
In
he's
the
just
works for
smurfing.
Gumayusi.
Yeah.
And everything looking up for T1 here in the game.
Every time.
Game 1 of this series.
It's just so incredibly hard for BLG to find a time to fight because you're down on these item power spikes, but also it doesn't get better for you if you wait. But there's a pick!
Zeus getting jumped on. They're throwing the kitchen sink at him. Beautiful shutdown from BLG.
That's the wrong side of Summoner's Rift, buddy. Little mini Gnar wandering into the dark forest here.
What the
That's
fuck?
the time to go for it for BLG. But really, what can they get with that pick? I mean, it's so difficult.
It's getting out of hand
even
now. Like,
with
it
getting
happens
a
so
person
often.
advantage because
How cooked
these
is it?
sidelines are both constantly pushed in by T1, so they don't really have objectives to go for, and they're even under attack as T1 continue to push in 4v5.
Shen's health just brought down a half after Gumayusi laid his sights on him.
Ooh, on.
4 members actually putting pressure on the BLG. Faker with the damage.
Yep, Faker now
Faker's
disengaging
fine.
alongside Owner.
We're chilling.
Don't want to end up getting
We're
caught
chilling.
in too lopsided of a
Start
fight
saying
before their
BLG's
allies can
names.
move over and reach
No,
them. You crash the wave into mid lane.
it's
tier
when I
2.
don't think about it and I
Those
just
tier 2
rent
turrets
that
yet
shit happens.
demolished. Remember that top lane tier 2 was the one that took the damage from the Herald, so it's still pretty low. Backing away now is on with the
Owner?
Hex Flash finds
Yo,
Owner.
what's going on?
Forces out the flash from the Jarvan. That's a big summoner spell.
That could have been lethal. If he had died there, that's a Baron start for BLG. And even though they find themselves behind, it's worth the risk, especially when you're not playing against the Smite's owner. Needs to be careful, but he will get away with his life.
I'm
for
not
now.
jinxing T1.
Continue to play the patient game.
It's not the
Don't
big.
look back
It's not
this
that big of a deal.
Zeus.
Who got the
You
shutdown on
just have to
Zeus?
look at the
Was it
minimap, he's
Kai'Sa?
overextended. He shouldn't have been there. The rest of his team
Okay,
were
that's not
nowhere
great.
near. There's nothing that they can do to punish elsewhere
It's fine.
on the map.
It's fine. All they have to do is play for this next dragon.
Just
Next
a
dragon
mistake
is
from
free.
Zeus.
Just push top,
Even the
push
best
mid,
make 'em
easy clap,
sometimes,
you're
but
far
T1
enough
is
ahead,
still
Zeus
enjoying
gets
an
bot push,
incredibly
Dragon
favored
dies, we
game
don't drop
state. You
Baron.
can see the goal difference over
As
time
long as they
since
don't drop Baron.
AWS,
If they
just
drop
showing
Baron, they're
how
fucked.
it's been this up and to the right movement in that blue line for T1 ever since the very beginning.
I'm not
of
cursing
what you
shit.
mentioned earlier, Kobe, kind of an aberration of a level 1.
Yeah, and the only reason we're not going to see T1 go turbo mode and continue to push is because they also have the luxury, you know, of this late game. So there's no reason for them to risk anything versus BLG, who have been able to work miracles.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Out of
What just happened?
other
That's
teams
disgusting.
rushing
My
fights
bad.
towards them. So they'll continue on stacking those dragons, even though it is a little bit of a delayed pace. Maybe we see the point where Zeus' priority on his split push on the side lane, bottom lane, does result in a
easy
setup
dragon.
for the
It's
Baron,
free.
But I think only in a very secure setup would T1 actually go for that.
BLG
T1 have
can't
pretty
fight
good
this.
turn off of the Baron. So after collecting dragon, they might try and turn their resources towards that, do a 4-1 split push, and whoa, never mind. BLG fight now.
Shun just goes over the wall, and I'm
No
pretty
chance.
sure he doesn't want to be there anymore.
Zeus diff,
Flash
baby.
back away just to escape from Zeus' Gnar. It's sole point at 24
Zeus
minutes for
diff, baby.
T1.
I mean, I'm getting a little frustrated with BLG because, like, they should
I'm
just
a
be
little
trying to cross-map. They should just
frustrated.
be using multiple
See
members
you
topside
you.
to, at the very least, get some bounty gold back. Because you're in a situation where if you feel like you need to force a fight, then trying to funnel through that choke point at blue, that's the second time you've now tried to do that, and T1
Stop
have just
saying
made fun of you.
Zeus'
So
name.
I feel like that BLG, if they do want to come back into this,
Why?
they need to be finding other things on the map rather than just running face first into T1.
So bad.
Well, they're running into him again here as they try to find something.
T1 diff.
So owner Gumayushi not going to get anything back. And as Gumayushi just keeps farming all these souls, building that range like you were talking about earlier Vedius, every single one of these attempted steps
He's
up
fine.
is going to become more and more punishing as you take more and more center shots in trade. Finn going in, looking for Zeus. Mega Gnar back
Told you.
onto both
See, I'm not a
targets.
curse.
Elk tried to swoop in there, catch him off guard with a killer instinct, and
He's
Zeus just
really fine
walked
there.
away from it.
They opened a window mid.
All right, they're going to be able to push at least half of it. BLG, this is the moment.
Oi, oi, oi.
All right,
Can
TP
Zeus
coming
TP in?
They want to try to stop this.
Oh, Owner,
Jungle
clean.
two coming out from Owner. Gumayushi looking to disengage back up towards the top side of the jungle.
Nice
TP
that only
coming in
Faker
now.
TP. Zeus
T1
actually held it.
regrouping.
I think it's because he's a bit low and he doesn't have
health
Mega.
bars on BLG.
So it's
Zeus
better
is
these
taking
days.
towers right now. Zeus did not join.
Bro.
T1 said, we're fine without you, buddy.
Can we
All
cook?
right,
Owner, don't
Finn
die.
is low.
Oh no, don't
Still
grief. As
lots
long as you
of
don't go in, we're
free
fine.
firing
Faker,
damage
don't
coming
try
up
an
from
insect.
Gumayushi. Remember, there was no ulti
Just
available.
kill Rel.
Falcon goes in, find a
Whoa,
Falcon.
Carrier.
He ain't gonna find any kills
What an
just yet.
E-timer. It was perfect.
They take out the jungler second. Bennett
That's the
again.
boys.
Shut us down.
That's the boys, baby.
T1
Get that Renekton. Get him. Ruff. Ruff.
over.
The range is
Get him.
lethal from T1. 4 versus
Nah,
5.
it's done. That's done.
BLG
That's
just
GG.
can't even get close to T1. And when
That's
they
GG.
finally do, Carrier devours his mid laner.
Man, it's just
and
pure
brings him
comfort.
back into the fight to wreak havoc.
Carrier wins those.
Carrier,
He's gonna
he's
E
not
through the
done.
wall, maybe.
No, he even stops Ben's recall.
Ruff.
If he gets this croc here, there
Oh,
it is.
Carry. Yeah. Okay, baby.
This means his
Okay.
respawn is now desynced from the rest of the team.
The lick hit confirm on the W. Tom Kench claims another. Let's take a look, because look at the mini-map during this replay. Honestly, while T1 are taking care of business, really good Cataclysm into
Shut
EQ out there
up.
from Owner. The Gnar is just taking towers on bottom side, and then they make the call with this ward here. Teleport in, they go for the turn. T1, they turn it around. Red buff is picked up. Carrier goes in. The shockwave doesn't do much damage at all. It's just a massacre.
Bin's not even really in the fight either. They didn't have ultimate for him or for Kai'Sa because of the play they tried to make in the bot lane. And then Carrier is able to find this. Just a one-sided stop from really beginning to end from T1. That was the only promising opportunity that BLG was able to find, and T1 handled it with calm patience.
Oh my god, I just tried to
And,
drink my
now
drink,
with the
but
Baron,
it's just a
they're looking to
cardboard.
siege.
All right, let's see how long this base can stand. Top lane tier 3
Okay,
turret
mid
is
and top
already
tier
down,
3,
so there's an open
big
inhib
pressure.
available if T1 just want to rush it. They still got this power play for Baron from another
Zeus.
minute and 40 seconds.
Get him, boy.
The minions will do enough
Get him,
work
boy.
onto the inhibitor here on the top side themselves. Zay is about ready to transform. Magnet Storm was used
Ult
for
that
a whole
fucking
lot of
niddly.
nothing. Owner's got Yagao
Die,
locked down,
bitch.
but Owner's
He's
gonna drop
one-shot her.
instead. They'll trade him back for the mid laner, and Shun falls too. Now it's 2 inhibitors down and a 4v3 for T1.
Easy clap.
The souls are all over the place, but they're the souls of BLG. BLG players as T1 is not stopping here.
Holy shit, T1's death was greatly exaggerated.
Push just keeps going. Zeus will grab another.
That's Zeus, baby.
The killer instinct right back into his own fountain. He flashes away just to live.
Oh, yo, Carrier's trying to kill Zeus.
Stop BLG.
Aw, why didn't that Faker die?
Gary is having fun too.
Oh, he is. I mean, from start to finish.
Holy fuck.
What a great
I mean, the level 1 was a
performance
disaster
from
for
T1.
BLG, but
We
they
talked
kind of
about it
recovered, but
earlier
yeah.
in the cast, but it does feel like this team has only ramped up throughout the tournament. Their debut against TL was a little bit shaky, but from game to game, it feels like that they have gotten better and better, and we're looking at an informed T1 today.
BTS? Bring back the minion.
Oh man,
Holy fuck,
T1
cameraman's popping
coming
off today.
out swinging here in game number 1. To hear more about it, let's go ahead and toss back over to the desk.
Thank you so much, Sovereign. Game 1 out of T1, and it has been the loudest year
all the
that it has
T1
been
fans.
so far. I think that this
Woo,
just
T1,
because
baby.
these were all Dokla fans
Look at the boys.
who stayed and are now supporting
I
T1
think so, I think
because
so.
Big Dokes rather is joining
Big
us on the
Dokies.
desk as well. Thank you for joining us. Congrats.
Thank you for having me. It's today was a crazy day, you know. Really happy to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, just warming up the fans for the T1 game. I guess that's my job.
Well done.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try
Warming
and,
up the
I'm
fans
just
for the
gonna
T1 game.
Stop being angry at you now, because that wouldn't be for a good.
You would
test.
never.
I would never. Just kidding though. Maurits, talk to me first about this game. T1, I know
So,
you were a little bit nervous.
I always am when LCK plays. I do think that T1 have a history of when teams have beaten them, and BLG really dunked on them at MSI, right? That's the type of matches that then coming into Worlds they very often perform in. I also think though, and credit where credit is due,
Is
they
the draw
played their
today? The
lead
draw
out
is
very
today.
Well, but given
The draw
these
is
drafts,
heute.
I don't think the game
There's a kiss
really
as well.
went BLG's way, because the whole point of Kench and Senna is that they are an unmovable brick wall. And then BLG was
Yeah,
like,
I think BLG's in a
what if we
choose
just
blue side, ban
slam
Senna.
our head into it level 1?
Yeah, I mean, we played a similar comp to this. You know, maybe T1 saw our draft and
They
they're like,
did.
wow, we should just copy it. I just want to point out the top matchup where I think Zeus has a lot more agency than Bin here, and, you know, big Zeus fan here.
Aww.
Yeah, I think for BLG, I think they should draft in a way where it's a bit more even matchup, because the Gnar Renekton is just scaling, and then the Gnar will eventually win. So I didn't like that too much out of the draft, so we'll see how they adapt.
Yeah, it puts them in a situation where they're actually playing off of the back foot, which with how aggressive they like to be, over 1 combined kill per minute in the LPL, which is the highest of all the teams in the LPL, it's not their style.
It isn't. We wanted to check in with a couple of picks that have only showed or reared their heads today. Obviously, NRG is setting the meta for the world's Swiss stage, specifically.
NA is only good on the desk. OME.
Yeah, Dokla, I don't need
What
you
do you
to
mean
give anything
NA is
away.
only good on the desk?
Step recorders,
Yo,
so
we
this is
lost
just
to
by
them. You fuck.
observation. So these are the most banned champions up top, and then the 3 most picked in each role gives you a nice snapshot of the types of things we're seeing. It's a ton of engage. It was a ton of Xayah wins. It was 14-2 in the first 5 days of Swiss. So now we're seeing that banned a lot, which then makes Kaisa the top tier 80 carry, but Kaisa actually has some counters, so that's where we're seeing the meta evolve.
I wish I had this graphic before my pick'ems, you know? That would have helped a lot.
That would have been good. I went with
Look at these clowns writing EU, ha.
For the death one.
You guys
I think
also
everyone-
predicted
everyone
G2
did.
to win. Shut up.
The big thing though is we found the counter to Xayah, which is ban her, and then we also found, I think now, the counter to Kaisa. We've already seen some experimentation.
You guys all said EU win.
I think is good, but the fact that
And then they lost.
Senna and Kench that as well, and it's not just Kench, right? But I think that combo is ones the teams have probably have most experience with. It might change the meta going forward into the tournament.
It might, but first let's talk about
You're so
the Senna
annoying.
and the Tama. What
You're all
happened
so
in
annoying.
this early game? Every second counts, and thanks to the reliable Cisco network, T1 get a huge win in the level 1 fight to start the game.
Reddit
with
check.
A big lead.
Yeah, we can do a we
Talk
can do
to
a,
me,
we
please.
can do, we can do a little Reddit check.
So the moment that this happens,
We can do a little Reddit check if you
you're a
want.
BLG fan, you're already like, oh no, and it's the early
Oh
passive
no.
that J4
Oh
has,
no.
plus his E, which
Oh
gives,
no,
attack
no,
speed,
no.
and then
I
Senna
really like
and
your
Kench,
streams,
Senna
but your
was
chat
insane.
is super toxic and annoying. Yeah, you're gonna have to mute them, unfortunately. The thing is, if you say that to them, they're gonna get even more toxic and annoying. I fear no man, but that thing, it scares me. Okay. How to make the team win? New strategy. Boost their confidence. Take away Caedrel's T1 jersey. Employee of the month? What the fuck? Yo. Yo, that's not true. Hey, my jersey is not cursed.
Yeah, I mean, I've not seen Italy pretty much in scrims or...
The song you need after that G2 game?
Oh.
I was just talking about the level.
Bro, why? Listen, you rat right there. Yeah, you. Cheo Buzu. You wrote EU ha, and now you're writing Cat Despair Piano Time. What do you mean Cat Despair Piano Time? You said EU ha. Why are you joining in on the piano time? Bro, shut the fuck up. This is what I'm talking about.
They didn't play through
You're all just degenerates.
Which can set Rift, and their balling should just be like, you know, let the Nilly farm.
Life after Caedrel met the Shy.
You know, just have the tempo lead and try to impact the North like,
True.
with her advantage, but I mean, the game's
I can't wait to release the video.
BLG select blue side. No surprise.
Wow,
It's
I'm
gonna stay
shocked.
the same.
Zaza acquired.
Yeah,
Damn, he has the
experience
Zaza
for
Cup.
either of
Nice.
these
Remember, you
teams,
can
I
go
guess
to
you can do it.
Caedrel
Is there
Yeah.
anything you can tell us about how you think
store.com
BLG
to get
might
the
react
Zaza
or
Cup.
T1 might do?
I don't know. Usually our games don't go that long, so I don't
But you
really
win,
know.
right?
Right.
Caedrelstore.com.
You know, I'm curious what to
3
see the
t-shirts
top
and
lane
lots of
matchup will be,
cups.
'cause I think drafting
Zaza
Agency
Cups there
for Vin
too.
is like the biggest thing. I
Rat
don't think
Cup,
you want him on
Fraud
a
Cup,
Renekton versus
Cancelled
Gnar
Cup,
matchup pretty much
Business
ever.
Cup.
So maybe if he's in our side. but
You
Zez might be
went
the
to
best
the
Gnar,
world
you know, in the
quarterfinals.
world,
You?
so I don't think
Sure,
we
you've
should
never been?
probably give him that
I'm glad
exact
you're
matchup.
here.
Yeah, I can say
Appreciate
it.
it.
So Maurits doesn't have to say it.
Good
So
morning,
let's see,
Sleepyhead. What?
the
Gen
top
G,
lane
NRG,
for
EU
Game
worse
Team
than
as we
NA
gear
at
up for
Worlds?
that
What are you
game
talking
soon
about? Get up.
between
Today we
BLG
play
and T1. Let's check
FPX
out
on
some
Get the Golden
exclusive
Road.
behind-the-scenes photos thanks to the Uppo Cam.
Excuse me, sir. Hello. For
Yeah, I saw that video.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your
All this just to get cleared in the quarterfinals. Wow. Wow. Good job. What the fuck? That looks so depressing. What the fuck? That's so depressing. The only thing that's come out of Worlds so far this year is EU fan, my despair emoji, wherever the fuck that is, and traitor. That and traitor. That's it. That's all that's come out of this Worlds for emotes. Where's the pogs at? Okay. Oh shit! It's true! True! Potential. Oh yeah, and the XCD mode. Yo, G2. Potential fraud. EU is so bad. True. Got me drinking at 11 AM. What is this? Mad is sacrificing so G2 can win Worlds. Mad loses to NRG, letting NRG go to the bracket 2-1. G2 then goes against NRG and loses on purpose, puts NRG in the quarters, then wins 2-2 to promote the game. G2 then pays the referee to guarantee that NRG in quarters has it so free that they go straight to the semis. Then it's just 2 BO5s to win the whole thing. G2 get beaten by JDG, GNG, BLG, LNG, T1 is doable, so the gods will grant G2 the first draw, where Mickey X possesses Carrier to get the finals, and then from there EU Pride Buff takes over so the G2 wins Worlds. Oh, I get it! I get it. We face them later on.
Bringing in a new roommate to save money, is that the plan?
Say hi to Glenn from work.
Yeah, I think I have a much better plan.
KT Weibo rematch, G2 rematch. Bro,
Get my plan starting at just $25 when you bring your own phones. Plus, save when you
I really hope.
It's your Verizon.
I really fucking pray. He used one emote and got timed out. What the fuck's wrong with that bot? I don't know actually. Didn't know that the shy was 163 centimeters. He's not. Heights of some of your favorite pros. The shy 160. No, you edited that. Also, I'm standing behind him. What are you on about? Look. Look. You see the height diff? You see it? He's not 160. No shot is he 160. You edited that. No way is he 160. I met him. Yeah, there's the picture. Go like it. Go comment on it. Go share it. Go download it. Go fucking... Go bookmark it. Go fucking... send it to your friend. No, he's not 160. I can tell you that for a fact. I met him. Hands outplayed by Cup. Huh? What? Does Caedrel mods ban for fun? I got timed out for writing X-City Wankch. Really? Aww. Whoa, what the fuck's that shot? I'm not playing Henry Sickman. Gods on guitar. Bald Bows. Yeah, we saw that.
What do you guys think?
Okay. Let's go next. Go next. La 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 la. I knew it was edited! I knew it! 178 in the original tweet. I fucking knew you edited that dog shit. You little rat. I said there's no way that guy's 160. You fucking rat. See? And I'm taller than him. 183. Proven and done. Proven and done. Thank the Lord. Thank you, whoever linked that. Thank you.
And they are one game away from punching their ticket to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, that was some BLG right there.
Mama just got saved by Chad. Alright, T1 red side. Can you win on red side? Let's see if you can win draft first, buddy.
And because they've dropped that to Gen G, the other
For those of you who don't know, after the last game here, it's gonna be the draw show, and we're gonna be opening up the LPL cards of 2023. Some of these cards could be very valuable, so we need to draw some good ones. It's the new LPL package cards.
I wonder how different things are going to look with T1 on the red
We're not
side
getting crisp signed. If we get crisp signed card, I'm gonna be so mad.
How is that going to switch things up? What is BLG going to have? The Rumble banned away as the final one.
All right, first pick here, Xayah. Or why is Xayah open?
Senna's still available. I do like.
Is T1? Wait, they didn't ban Senna. What?
With BLG on the blue side, though,
how cocky are they?
Attack T1.
If they pick Xayah, they get Jarvan Senna, don't they? Oh my god, they get Jarvan Orianna actually. Wait, hold up. They get Jarvan Orianna?
Does mean they're going to give up the
yeah.
Xayah, so
then what?
After in the bottom lane, but
They do
duo
Lee Sin.
combo here of the Orianna Jarvan
I don't know,
for
actually.
T1.
It's over. T1 should
That
win.
is some nice, sweet engage.
The Renata ban is still a bit of weird to me. Like they put such a high priority.
They should pick
on it,
Senna
they
here.
want curate to get his hands on it.
If they want, to.
They still ended up getting
What do you
super
pick
pushed
here?
in bottom lane because of the
Cassante or Jax?
But
Vi,
I
yeah.
think that's what
Vi
they're trying to
Alistar?
avoid. You know, a lot of those like Kalista is available. So you don't
Syndra?
want the
Oh,
Renata
but
plus
I don't like
Kalista,
that,
you
but
don't
sure.
want, like the Renata plus Draven lanes.
Syndra Lee Sin?
Syndra now, they did have the Vi, and I do always like Vi into things like Orianna, because again, we saw this earlier in the day, once the flash is gone, she's a very easy champion to lock down. but
Wait,
Jarvan
what happened the
against
last
Syndra,
time that
I also think it's really good. Like these junglers,
Captain Flowers
do a great
cast
job of
Orianna
locking
Jarvan?
these things down, but BLG trying to solidify their top
Hover
side.
Twitch,
They
do
have
it.
a lot of strong picks in terms of the early game
Hover
with
Twitch.
Syndra and Xayah, and then giving Bin a comfort is super important for them.
Yep. Yeah, exactly, because last game, something that was not drafted at all, that was the top lane matchup, and Zeus really, really destroying Bin with his Gnar specialty counter pick into it. And this time around, this is an older counter.
Yeah.
Gragas top.
The belly bump tactic for Jax for the counter strike.
There's a lot of mobility skills across the champion roster in League of Legends, and Gragas' big old belly takes priority over pretty much all of them. As long as he's going forward when you're going, he's going to stop you and do the damage. So very, very powerful champion, especially if you know the matchups, you know the trading patterns. He can be very difficult to deal with. Blitzcrank, Caitlyn banned away here in the second half. Once again, it's BLG keeping Gumayusi off the Kate.
Yeah, very, very interesting.
Blitzcrank ban.
Seeing as how the Senna was just pretty impactful this last time around, I guess
ban.
BLG are like, you know what, we level 1 invaded, and we really messed that whole situation up, so I guess they're accounting for it that way.
Are they
Keria
playing
is such a
Thresh on
good
4?
top Kench, though. Loves being that.
Wait,
that front
are they
line
leaving
big.
Alistar open on purpose to
the
play
thing is about
Thresh
Senna
on
Tom
5?
Kench, if you're on red side and you're saving him for the last two picks,
Wait, are they going to play
one of
Jinx
them has to
Thresh?
come first, and then you can't get
That would be
the
a
other
very
until your opponent
T1
has
thing to
a
do
chance
here, is play
interrupt
Jinx
it.
Thresh.
When Senna and Tom Kench are popular, they're kind of best friends. They're BFFs down there in the bottom lane. They like to hang out with each other and not really anybody else. So I'm curious if they'll still go for it. No, they won't. The Jinx locked in
They're
for
doing
T1.
Jinx Thresh. I knew it.
Yeah.
They're gonna do it into. They're gonna do it into blind Alistar.
I
knew it!
Earlier in the tournament. Was
They
it
banned
HKT
Blitz on
that I think
purpose.
played it?
It's such a bait. They set them in a
I'm
trap.
pretty sure it was in yesterday's match against LNG, and I think the problem with Jinx in the current meta, she's a really hard AD carry to play. When there's so many things that can dive onto your backline, she can be a challenge. But I guess with things like the Jarvan already
Depends on
unlocked
jungle
the
pick,
side
though.
of
Let's see.
T1 with the Gragas disengage
If they
as
pick Lee
well,
Sin, which
they're
I think they
confident in their
will.
ability to provide
Ah,
real
Lee Sin's trash
protection,
here, though.
but if this
No, it's not that bad.
Alistar ever gets on top, like
Not
that
that
Jinx
bad.
is dead. There's no
They're gonna
way
play
that she's
Thresh
playing
into it, and then it's really hard to play.
Quite a lot of
Okay,
field for it.
T1! I like
Lane
it! Who's
still looks
drafting?
pretty good
Yo!
Considering it's a Xayah Alistar lane that they're playing into. There's some more guaranteed.
Ah, they didn't get the full thing, but Vi is still fine. Let's go Thresh.
Jinx is not going to have fun, man. It's Arcane all over
Tom
again.
Kench!
We're about to get a sneak peek at Season 2.
I wonder if they changed the Tom Kench because they're against Vi.
Okay, Tom Kench.
Do you think they changed the Tom because they're against Vi?
It is also pretty good at putting some pressure onto the Orianna. I want to see.
I think they might have changed because they're against Vi. I think if they picked Lee Sin, they would have picked Thresh 1000%. Because there was a good Lee Sin angle here, but they didn't fall for it. Okay, that was a fun draft.
And try and force ganks with
I think that's a good swap.
All right, I love it, man. Active, powerful early junglers. We got the counter pick in the top lane, the old school style with the Gragas into the Jax. Ori versus Syndra. This is probably the most evergreen
Who won draft?
mid-lane matchup in the history
I
of
don't know.
League
I
of
like
Legends
BLG's draft
esports.
more.
I feel like this is one of those ones everybody's seen so many times. But the Jinx and
I like BLG
specifically
draft
the
more.
ability of the Tom Kench to keep it protected is
Bum,
probably the
bum,
biggest thing
bum,
I'm going to be
bum.
looking at.
Yeah, I actually love watching Ori Syndra too because there's so much how you can swing
Alex
it
said
in the
T1
early
one draft.
stages of dodging those cues.
I disagree.
And positioning just a little bit more aggressively up front too. But of course, that all teeters on do you know where enemy jungle is? So
I think that T1 had a really good
Raptor
sequence at the end
wards,
there, and if
about
they
those
blinded
deep,
Lee Sin and picked Thresh on 5, they probably would have won
early
draft.
safety nets.
I wonder if we're going to
But
get any level
I don't know. I feel like
I'm
Syndra,
gonna say
Xayah,
no.
Jax, these champs are LPL. These champs are such strong champs. Like, oh my god. Like Orianna is good, Jinx is good. Like T1 have a lot of range, a lot of denial. They have a lot of scaling. They don't have a lot of damage though.
Really
Like Orianna Jinx needs some time to do damage.
Keep their chances alive at avoiding the competition tomorrow and getting the early ticket to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I think they do definitely at least need to get some early info on Owner.
It all depends on how Yagao plays. The Syndra is the key of everything right now. The Syndra is the center of the world for both teams. If they can, what I would love Owner to do this game is just some kind of like blue buff start. Blue Gromp Wolves mid gank from bot side, get Syndra flash, full clear base.
How do I get the Braum?
I don't know, after crab, and then mid pressure is everything.
We are the wrong
Something like that would be
people
really
ask
good for
that,
Owner this
Jacoby,
game.
but I respect your confidence.
Yeah, I'm glad you trust the two of us with that question. As Zay is just walking it off. He wants to get away from Ben, who gets that last little hit. So hey, little extra.
But he's probably just gonna do red buff and clear to bot.
Love it. Okay.
But I would much prefer that pathing.
Carrier also going to take a nice
he didn't
little
put the
chunk.
ward down. I thought that his goal there was to get the ward on the red to see where this Vi was starting.
Any kind of early mid gank is important. You know, even like fucking red to mid to enemy blue, something dumb as fuck would be great.
Members of T1 that are going to miss them the most.
I don't know, they need to get Syndra flash.
And Carrier tankiness, but
Turn up the stream.
nonetheless, it is going to be BLG again going to the same red buff that they went to last game.
Whichever pathing he does, as long as it revolves around mid.
But the squad is there.
Yeah, the squad is there.
BLG's like,
Comet
I'm watching
Orianna.
T1 just in case.
We know that this is something you might do because we did it ourselves.
But admittedly, Elk and On realized that in the 2v2 they're not getting early push. Tom Kench Jinx,
Too
the
loud.
range advantage. Tom is a really...
There you go.
Alistair's not the best level 1 anyway.
In fact,
Tom
he
makes
sucks.
it even
Let's
worse.
just go ahead and say it. You can say it, Thaddeus.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. And Tom Kench is a really great bully, so Elk and On getting late to lane is not the end of the world. Level 2 should be coming through in a minute.
Wow, Faker's got a lot of push. Look at mid trading.
yeah,
Look
I
at
want to
mid.
go back and
What
talk
the
about
fuck's
this,
going on mid?
matchup
He already
a
got a
little bit more
potion out of
because,
Yagao, and he has him on the tower.
The idea behind Syndra into Orianna is that you have a range advantage, right? The Q means that you can often out-trade against the Ori in lane. The thing about Ori, though, is that early lane...
Like, CS is even, but Faker is murdering on trades. He just hit him with another QW or something.
When it comes to early skirmishes...
Syndra QE hit or whatever the fuck that was.
Her ability to set up for the gank, right? The QE, you can already get it at level 2. With
Ward
a
mid.
in as well,
Faker just hit another Q.
Able to force a flash out from
Potted up.
Syndra and
No
Orianna.
potions on mid.
Jarvan in this matchup
Level 3
won't be able
first.
to match that same trading power in the mid
Syndra
lane,
Q
2
missed.
versus 2. So this is a lane, again, that BLG can really find advantages in if they can be active in the mid lane.
And the reason
he just got hit by something there, Faker.
Is because you can ego on
Syndra's
them from
recovering
the
a
other
bit.
side of it. We've even had Oriannas getting the solo kills on the Syndras.
That's true.
Especially if you have unpredictable movement, like walking towards it and dodging some of these Qs and move up on them. So
No, it's even now.
definitely one
His Faker's mana is low.
very tiltable, as we said.
I would
but
love to
full
watch
clears
mid
for
this
both junglers
matchup.
mean it's a calm
Look,
early
they're
game,
trading so
no
hard.
extra influence
Yo!
here.
It's kind of one of those things that we talked about in game number 1, Bedius, where we were like, oh yeah, I can't wait to watch top lane, and everything was bottom. We're like, oh man, look at these junglers,
Keep it here.
Jarvan and Vi, they can both do so much, and they're like, full clear.
This next mana sequence is so big for mid.
Been doing a good job.
Oh,
though.
nice
Gets
little
his grasp
tap.
bop, even as
Oh, he hit
Zeus
W.
goes for the belly bop,
Nice shield. Cookie.
winning the
When are we
mana
gonna
war
cookie
here
Faker?
currently
Now?
as they
Nice.
both eat their
Perfect.
biscuits.
So it's a reminder. Oh, hang on a
When are we getting? Yeah. Bro, mid ganks is everything this game.
Navigates his way around the vision.
I like this.
We talked about the
Faker
gank
might
setup
die here.
early on. Faker has no idea.
Shun coming around. There's the stun.
Nice, fine.
Scatter the weed.
Oh, never mind.
Faker tries to flash, but
Yeah, mid is everything. I don't think Owner can kill.
From Owner, but
Can he?
doesn't look like
Maybe he
there's
can
a whole
get.
lot
Oh,
to
he
get here.
canceled a couple autos there.
The
Oh, he
Jarvan's
sidestepped.
probably
Maybe he
not
can do some
strong
damage.
enough for this. Owner loses
Whey!
his own flash. That was a little silly.
Yeah, they're going to be able to rush down the wave still here, too, with Faker teleporting back. Yagao is so good. That was beautiful. Able to set him up. He kind of lures Faker in. Faker goes for
Yeah,
the
mid is
command
everything this
attack, and Yagao's able to get him, throws the W, hits the stun, lines it up for Shun so that Shun can then have his flash for Faker's flash and secure that kill. Really well done. Yagao, probably one of the least hyped up members because he usually, to your point earlier, Vedius, is playing a lot of Roam style champs and setting up teammates, but him getting first blood, so nice having Syndra get the early advantage.
Hold it,
It's
Zeus,
just
hold
also
it.
a lane that you can snowball. We already talked about it earlier, right? A lane that you can be active in early on. The fact that Shun choosing to sacrifice the crab because he saw an opportunity to make that play on the Faker, navigating around that vision, just very well played. BLG being active in the early game is the best version of BLG in my opinion. And the play is very straightforward. Low mana on the side of Faker as well. That auto attack from Yagao flying as he flashes too is actually what cements the kill. as Jeune is able to flash after and provide that damage. Been getting kind of low.
Or if
but I don't
Zeus had a
think he's
biscuit, he
too
could
worried
cook.
right now. Keeping my eyes on the minimap as well as to the presence of the junglers. Owner pathing away as he moves towards his wolf camp. Bin? No.
Oh,
Oh,
Zeus.
Oh! Zeus went back in,
Okay, so
thinking
what's
he might
happening
find
there
another play, and Bin
is a
just
bit of a
beats
mind
him on
game.
the head with a
I can't really
stick.
blame Zeus
no
for that,
flash
but
Faker.
Faker's dead again.
Faker doesn't get hit by the scat of the week, but it doesn't even matter. The unleashed power should be enough. Faker's just buying some time. Beautiful from BLG.
So what
in
Bin
game
is doing
2.
is he's
Now
pressing
this
E.
is BLG.
And Zeus, if he
Bin, I
gets,
thought he was just saying,
if Bin
"Don't
flash
you dare
QE,
come for
stun,
these
auto
minions." I guess he
Ws,
was.
Zeus is dead.
But then Zeus still
So
paid
Zeus
for it.
played a game of
Body
chicken with him
slam
for a
just
second, and then
inside.
just
Really
blind
good,
E'd, hoping
from
he'd get his
Bin.
flash.
Activation
He
time
didn't.
there.
Bin just
Pops
fucking
Counter-Strike,
won the
gets
game of chicken,
kill.
and he E'd into him, one-shot him.
Getting the repeat
But
game out
yeah,
of
it was a bit of a
Bin
mind
too,
game.
no flash here. That's the
Well played by
snowball you're
Bin, though.
talking about.
He actually
They're
smoked
so
him.
vulnerable, these mages, when they don't have it, and it's going to be a knock-on effect. Dominoes here will start to fall. Shun picks up.
I mean, Owner hasn't.
Dragon
I don't
as
want to blame
well.
Owner,
And
but he needed to be
you look at
around midway
Owner,
earlier.
You're like, where can you do anything, right? Maybe you can look for a kill in mids, maybe, but your Gao still has the flash, and if
He needed to get Syndra flash early.
Top lane doesn't really have
But yeah.
enough damage or options to be able to find a play in.
The problem is he's like he's even in XP still.
You can enable in the early game. T1 feels very stifled, and Owner's kind of responsibility is to mitigate BLG's early options, but that hasn't happened. BLG have found great plays in mid and a big confidence
Holy
play for
man,
Bin.
Bin.
After getting solo killed in game 1, he now finds a
Holy
solo kill
Bin.
for himself on one of his most comfortable
Stop
champs.
saying change chair.
All right, let's see where our junglers end up getting involved once they hit level 6. You can see those EXP bars on the side of the screen creeping ever closer to that point. Both of those ultimates incredibly effective at setting up some plays as Ben wants to go in on Zeus, who knocks him back into the cask. But the Jack's still so strong, man.
Hang on.
Such an iconic pick
Here
for
we go.
Ben, and he's not afraid
Oh
to
my
use
God,
it.
Ben.
Zeus gets killed again.
Ben.
Ben is just
Bro,
tearing
Bin
him
Jax.
Yeah, I was thinking,
It's his
Dez
best
just
champ.
used everything in the first engage, and then he just waits around and stands there and watches them, watches the minions. Been doing such a good job. He always gets his counter strike off, gets his auto attack off as the body slam has been coming in. And this is the repeat gank. You're asking where's the level 6 of the junglers going to go? I believe there's a few more seconds still as we get back to live left on Faker's flash maybe.
Yeah, a few more seconds, but looking back at this kill, very clean, very easy for Bin. And we talked about a confidence play.
Oh,
You can see the
mama.
confidence shining through for him
BLG
now.
is gonna
2
steamroll
kills
them.
top, 2 kills mid. The top side of the map dominating for BLG, a 2k gold lead already 8 minutes in. And the pings are coming through for Herald.
This game
and
does
what can
not
T1
get any
do
better
about
for
it?
T1.
The truth is nothing.
Their whole
there's
comp
kind
is
of
to
this
nullify
bad
BLG
Jax
snowball.
up there in the
Tam
top
Kench stops
lane.
Vi getting
It is
kills.
just not
Orianna
allowing
Syndra,
anything
even
to
mid
go down.
matchup.
64
Gragas negates
to
Jack snowball.
47
What's
in the
happened? Well,
farm.
Top's winning
It
and so
was
is
the
mid.
Gragas picked after seeing the Jax locked in. This was the answer that T1 said they wanted to go with, and Bin just seems to know the matchup better.
Angry Bin, he's going to do everything. Get a couple of solo kills, go start up that Rift Herald for you. Meanwhile, On making his roam mid through 2 to get priority. That means bottom lane's left open, T1. Small window. And a nice bit of communication here from BLG. I think. Elk knows he's in danger. He's going to go for
Elk?
check it.
Face check into the brush.
Whoa.
The feathers fly.
Not the
Okay.
best.
Disengages.
Got
Okay.
his team coming.
Damn, I wasn't expecting. I thought he'd drop a ward. And I
Same.
didn't think
Not
he'd
the
use
best
his
outcome.
face to check it, but there we are. Elk ends up being alive, so good news for BLG fans. They're still in the lead, and they hold control over the objectives. First Herald, first Dragon, everything looking up for BLG, and if they wanted to, they could drop that Herald top lane. They don't necessarily need to unlock mid right now. Why not just accelerate Bin? We talked about how difficult it's going to be for Gumayushi on this Jinx to play these late game fights. If you're this low mobility AD carry that
BLG
doesn't
plays
have
so
those elite
ego.
dashes,
Yeah,
it's
LPL
only
is
gonna
just
get harder
pure,
as
like,
Jax gets as
they
fed as
play
he's
so
currently getting.
cocky.
On the other side, maybe just
Like in situations where you
Bin
think
stay
you
in
should
his
flash to
arena.
make sure you're safe,
Also true.
LPL players will hold their flash until you actually like
time towards,
deserve it, you know?
towards
Like
that
sometimes,
bottom
you
lane
know,
that
you
we're
think you're
talking
dead.
about. With
Oh, we'll
Shadowcraft
get their
coming
flash
up,
if I
the
ult him.
minion
No,
wave
you
pushing
won't.
in.
He will hold it until like
Kench,
it's
though,
pure
carries level
fucking
6.
last
Such a
millisecond.
good
He won't use
denial
it.
pick. T1 trying to play some stall game, but
He will edge you.
BLG's pace that they've set is very quick for this game with all the extra kills that they've been fed super early on. They certainly will have the ability to snowball this.
Yeah, 2 kills plus a Drake. or 4 kills plus a Drake for a 2K lead.
Herald
Excuse me,
mid,
just 10
good.
minutes into the game. Total gold on the left side of your screen. You can see BLG, BLG, BLG at numbers 1, 2, and 3.
Guma's gapping bot.
Not a very good sign. Here
Yeah,
for
but
T1
this
as
is
the
why I
Herald
said I
set up
think
in the middle.
BLG's draft is better, because I
More
don't
money
think Jinx can
to
carry
Yao.
against these champs. There's like Tam Kench is a great pick into the Vi,
So far,
but there's too many threats. I think there's Violed, there's Alistar combo, there's Syndra stun with ult on the floor with balls. Jinx has good range, but if Jax is behind her as well, she's fucked. Like I don't know what she's gonna do.
BLG looked out of sorts.
I don't know if she can carry.
But they're refinding their form. Of course, still a lot of this game left to go. T1 do have pretty decent scaling, especially with this Jinx back pocket. A single good fight with Gumayushi picking up a number of kills could be all they need. You look at the farm as well. 114 CS. He has a 30 lead. Massive. On has been roaming a little bit to assist with the topside plays, leaving Elk kind of vulnerable to ganks, meaning that he has to play a little bit more defensively. So I wouldn't count T1 out just yet. Obviously, the other game going heavily in favor of BLG. But we'll see what T1 can do to turn the game around.
Yeah, it's a good point, because On actually came into this tournament with one of the highest roaming time supports in the game.
Nice try.
Oftentimes it is Elk having to make his own money, and he's been quite good at still dealing plenty of damage, even on a lower budget, though.
I'm really going to be looking for that first big fight where we have, you know, 4 or 5
Drake's up.
players
BLG should just
inside
get
in
this
there,
mid
'cause
wave and
that's
started.
really where
They just need
Jinx
to
has
keep
the
rolling.
opportunity to find those pop-offs that you're talking
need to
about,
start
Vegas. We
rolling.
need to see resets turn into stats.
Oh,
that
Guma, holy
make
fuck.
up for the gold difference that
Bro,
BLG
Guma just
has earned
auto-spaced
for themselves
bot push.
So far in the first 12 minutes of the game. Until then, the Gumayushi farm train
Now
needs to
T1
keep
can
chugging
start it.
along the tracks as T1 is going to start up this Drake. We'll see if they can get it before BLG can interfere. Bin and Zeus just scrapping up here in the top side, as now we are going to see a TP coming in, but it's from Yagao, who just picked up
Owner?
Leandries. Owner's going to lose.
Oh, Owner just griefed it, but he's still got Guma. There's the eat. Owner got the Drake. Vi's dead. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, Owner. Owner, that was clean. Okay, Owner. Okay, Owner. Okay, Owner. There we go. Redeem yourself, baby. That's you. That's fucking you. Silence the haters.
And Gumayushi finds himself 2 kills.
Okay, the pathing might need work, but the team fights are there.
The problem is you're a little late.
The team fights are there. Smoke them.
Over the wall. It means that BLG are a little disconnected in their engage. When Jun goes in, T1 can all immediately collapse onto the jungler of BLG, find that initial pick, turn it into a 4v3, and then chase down the remaining BLG members.
I want to point out the position of the DPS. Look at T1. Faker and Guma, when Shun goes in,
You're the doubter? Yeah, I know.
Immediately onto him, and even though
Smoke
Guma's
me.
getting bounced around, Faker's able to do so much damage that Owner's able to get that kill, and then they run them forward.
I will admit when I'm wrong, and I will praise. Look, I will praise good shit, and I will flame bad shit. That was good shit. So smoke me.
2 kills now for the AD
Look, this
carry of
fucking
T1.
Jinx. She's off the rails. Not yet though. Not super off the rails yet, but she's kind of off the rails.
And there it was. T1
That was
finding their
Shundrel.
opportunity, but the problem is still
Uh-oh,
the
Keria,
top
you have
lane
flash?
for them. If you're
Oh,
looking
insta
at
flashes.
what's going on up there, Bin could
Yo,
be a
milk that
serious
Alistar.
issue, and if you're BLG, that's something you
Why
know
do we
you
have
can play
Crown?
around as the game goes forward. Oh, it's going to be caught by
Oh, milky, milky, milky. Well played, Faker. He knows Alistar ult is on up for 10.
Flash, but T1 got On's life for that one. He no longer
Faker.
has a flash from the previous play, and T1, they're retaking control. Still behind in gold, but they're making play after play.
Okay,
But
we're
we've
getting
all
some
seen
clutch
it
plays.
where the wind gets taken out of your sails, right? BLG were moving cleanly around the map. They had a dominant top side, they had a dominant mid, and then off of a single kind of lackluster dragon, they immediately concede another pick, and you can see now that like they've kind of lost that control. It's not over yet.
Good night, sweet prince.
Catch, BLG. More
Yeah,
money
support
on
Tam Kench is
Yagao.
very
That
squishy and
Garland
can be very
snapshot
useful.
shows Guma might be the one with all the cash on T1's side, but Yagao's even further ahead for BLG.
And I love this from BLG. Don't slow down. Don't kind of let that control shift in favor of T1. Remember what you were doing. Jun and Yagao is still a powerful duo, and they punish Keria for the flash that they found earlier. They hold on to the gold lead for now. The Herald is spawning in a few seconds, and I imagine this will be the next objective that both these teams
Yeah, I don't
want to
mind
fight
Crown too
And
much.
you can see the
Vi, Syndra, Alistar.
trying to send Jax to go answer
Very
Orion
mid-game,
on the
very
bottom
bursty,
side
but
for, BLG as that
yeah,
objective
I
does
just think
come
he's not
up.
going to have that much damage.
We saw this one in its
Especially when
entirety.
T1's whole
Something to
comp
note,
is
though,
Oriana,
Faker did flash
Isaiah. Like,
offensively
they don't have any of the
forward,
damage threats.
and those offensive
Everyone else is
flashes
just defensive.
can sometimes
Oh, that
be
was blind.
tricky.
He just
Yeah, control ward there.
Oh, this Herald start is kind of risky.
It looks like the second Herald.
Jinx, sorry, Jinx. I meant Jinx. I meant Jinx! Shut up.
Bin has TP. He could join up for this if BLG want to challenge it. Chompers are great.
Wow,
to
they just give.
that little pathway.
But Zeus can TP bot, no? Or is he gonna hold and they're gonna Herald mid? What's the play, Zeus? TP bot or Herald mid? Must be Herald mid with your position, right?
15.5 minutes into the game, the plates are down, so Bin can do
They
a lot
save
of
it, don't
damage
Herald.
to this thing very quickly.
I don't know if you're getting that tower without Herald.
Taking a little bit of damage from T1.
Guys?
Low enough now that the Herald should be able
Guys?
to break it. Scatter the weak onto 2. Carrier having to get away.
Okay, so no.
Skin to survive this.
Okay, we just lose bot tower.
That likely would have killed
Do we get top tower? What's top tower HP?
Pings, blue pings here.
Okay, they get first tower, but it is what it is. They should get mid tower on the bounce with Herald. Zeus catches bot. Owner. Oh no, Faker's dead.
Okay, TP's in there. That's Bin. That's the one they gotta watch out
Maybe
for.
not, maybe not.
Tries to
Owner
stop
defended him nicely.
Zeus is ready to
Nice,
jump.
Owner. Let's go.
He's
Good
in now as
defense.
well.
Nice, we
Both
covered
top
top.
laners gonna have synced up unleashed teleport timers.
They lost
Here for the
Zeus
next time
TP, but they
that's
matched Bin.
And that was BLG.
Owner's on the
being
cover,
like, you know
baby.
what? Remember that offensively flown Faker flash in mid lane.
I was watching VAR Arena. I didn't realize Owner peeled Jax.
That's a tale as old as time. People trying to go for Faker.
Let's go
T1,
Owner.
He just pulls back. The
Now
rest
it's a
of
bit
the team is
awkward for
there.
T1, because what happens here is Yagao goes top, right? And he will stay top. Maybe he'll go top out of base if he wants. And he has TP. Drake is up. T1 lost TPs. I guess Zeus can fast push this and run mid. And they can Herald mid and then run to Drake.
But it's easy for him to join the fight. Good vision.
Look, oh, Zeus is scared of getting... No, you got it. He has Gragas skew, I guess. Now they're gonna run mid, and now they should Herald mid. Orianna should run through her own jungle towards mid. They should group mid as 5, Herald mid, go to Drake. And they might lose top tier 1.
But right now it's just this
Then
fight
T1, you're playing like absolute sex if you can do that for me.
And Bin has actually chosen to stay top, so they can't fight this now.
Oi! Where's my Herald?
Owner had that timing slightly different.
Where is my Herald?
From the blast cone, but no worries.
And I like these calls from BLG.
No Herald,
they
no
wanna
bitches.
Play to where they are winning, the side lanes. Bin had an advantage, and Yagao had an advantage. But their AD carry, they're outgunned.
Are we gonna Herald now? Oh, he ulted the wave.
Does the wave clear.
Cheeky,
But they're outgunned, so
cheeky.
they didn't want to take the 5-on-5.
Cheeky,
versus
cheeky.
Gumayusi, who had a
Oh, that's my
sword to
Herald.
The long sword previously. Now we just had a recall for Elk, and Elk is able to.
Can we force?
Go even up the
Ooh,
inventories,
forcing
but
2
at
feels
the
a bit.
cost of your tempo.
Feels a bit cocky here.
the tier 2.
I like the map state.
The top tower still lives as well.
I can.
She's excited, but
Yeah,
all right,
back
they're
off.
going to back away from it. They don't want to
Owner's playing good defense. He zoned away Jun in River. And now he's zoning away Bin. Bro, Owner is back, baby. We're pathing bot, matching bot 3v3s.
Takes his place next to Gumayusi once again.
This is a timing.
We're covering in fights and side lanes. This is bro.
But with the range on Gumayusi, he's going to have enough wave.
Ult him. Yeah, fuck him up. Bro.
Orianna
ult CD is low as fuck. Who cares? Just fuck that
That's all
guy.
they're going to get, though. Trade of ulti. Shockwave for the Unbreakable Will.
Look at top, though. You see once again Shun hovering around Bin, looking for a potential play, maybe a dive.
Maybe get Xayah flash here. Yeah, I see it. I see it, Owner, I see it. Oh, yes, Owner. Oh, and Carrier. Get that Alistar flash too. Oh my god, it's a 6. And Zeus lived in the 2v1. Jax Gragas no flash. Collapse on this shit. Collapse on it a bit. Get that tower. Get that tower. Bro, T1 is playing good. What happened? Bro, Owner is decisive.
And that's going to be
Owner
the
is
tower on top of it. This is
Owner MVP. I like it.
Control from T1.
I'm surprised that Elk held on to his ultimate for so long. Look how much damage he takes before he throws it out. He does have flash himself. He could just flash away here to safety. Gets hit by the zap. Now he ults. At this point, you're just guaranteed to die. And then Carrier with the flash devour means that the Jarvan lives. There's no way to get that kill because he has the shield. And,
does Jinx have IE?
A bit of
False champ?
coming out from Elk. I feel like he had so many tools to live there, but he didn't want to burn them, and he ends up burning them all anyway.
Yeah.
Oh.
Early flash the Jarvan
Oh,
Cataclysm.
Gumayusi.
Just try and take that at least keep your life.
Yeah, I mean, Owner forced him into a very difficult situation, right? Which was,
he burned it anyway.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where I'm going to flash, but now you have to flash, which means you're not going to have it for the next fight. And the idea is good there. Owner, that's all he's trying to do, get those summoner spells out. He wasn't planning on getting the life, but he'll take it. Now T1 have basically equalized the kills. You talked about how it's an even game, Flowers, and T1, it definitely feels like the momentum has swung in their favor as BLG is only really getting control over the side lanes.
and Gumayushi is getting Infinity Edge completed. So the Jinx is going to be more of a problem than ever.
Alright, T1. All you need now is good Nash control. Sometimes your Nash control is absolute 50 fucking 50. Hey, yo, fuck that Alistar. Where's Top Kench? Sometimes your Baron is hit, sometimes your Baron is missed. Like a T1 thing here would just be to push mid, right there, this wave, and just start it. Don't do that. Nice. They won that mid tier too.
He's looking for the fight. Beautiful two-man stun.
Faker's fine. Wait, this is fine for T1. Guma is playing a bit scared though. Oh, in the head! In the head and the resets! Get him, Guma! Get him, Guma!
And he just can't fight it. T1 are turning this game on its head and suplexing BLG.
Nash feels a bit risky.
A disconnected fight is punished so cleanly from T1. Faker,
bro,
he ended up being the target of
Faker gets violted, but he has crown. He's chilling.
He thought that he could catch Faker off guard, but T1 responding kind. BLG don't
Faker is being chilling with his crown. Look at Shun. Look the damage on Faker. Look. La 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 la. La la la. Guma's flash, I'm not sure. Felt a bit defensive, but I can see he wants to escape Jax. But he's also leaving Carrier.
Guma Jinx stays safe the whole time, turns around
but it's fine.
The double. Beautiful stuff from them. I mean, it's so difficult because there's a Tahm Kench right next to the Jinx, and then Faker has the crown.
Oh, Gumayushi. That's my boy, baby. Best player on T1 all year, Gumayushi. Suck on it if you disagree.
Owner has walked away with 100 HP remaining on his Jarvan, playing around his limits superbly on this engager.
The one
Faker has flash still as well.
Things that they did get in that fight though are both of Guma's summoner spells, and Guma had been holding his.
Wait, that's true crown. What? How broken is Syndra? What?
Now that those are both down, maybe they can do something about this Jinx. All you have to worry about now is the Tahm Kench ultimate. And the rest of the peel.
You're telling me he just would have died if that hit?
Man, if I'm looking at BLG win conditions right now, I'm looking at the man on my screen, Yagal, 4-1-0 on this Syndra. We've been seeing him hit scatter the weeks left, right, and center this game. I feel like if BLG want to stop the momentum swing that T1's been earning for themselves, Yagal's the man who's got to do it.
What about?
And I think that they
I think Jinx rapid fire this game is kind of sex.
Hullbreaker built on the Jax.
Could go Hurricane, I guess.
Their early leads, him getting back-to-back solo kills. Bin has got to do Bin things. He has got to take over. He has got to create pressure and kind of force his own
Hullbreaker Jax. Bin's given up. I'm pushing side.
Someone have an easy answer to that, and it's called Baron. You start that objective and you say, listen, do you want to take this gamble against Jinx Orianna? We're going to mount this objective. If you don't TP in,
top tier one is dead.
They get the TP and then they can leave.
But they're trading Drake for it, so we allow it. We allow it. Good job.
So I feel like that they actually have answers to mitigate this split push, and this is where I start to get concerned for BLG. Right now, they're taking what objectives on the map they can, but they still haven't been able to break open this mid-tier 1, which would give them so much more control over the enemy jungle.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That top lane, tier 1 gone. Finally, the gold lead was back in BLG's favor just for a second, but not really any longer than that. It's so even here in this game. T1 being on Soul Point now. The next Drake should be highly contested, I feel like, just because the power of that Soul can be so overwhelming. Of course, Cloud Drake is one of the ones that becomes more subjective depending on the team comp, depending on exactly which champions you have available. For something like Tahm Kench, it can be super strong because you become just an F1 car once you devour somebody.
I am the speed.
Yeah. Crazy fast. But we'll see exactly what they want to fight over here next, as Bin is trying to keep that split push dream alive. Meanwhile, the rest of BLG just keeping some control, some vision here in the top side river. They do not want to allow that Baron to go over, specifically because of what you were talking about earlier, Kobe.
Oh, I just want to see the Formula 1 catfish. Carrier certainly would be quite the driver, you have to think. But it's kind of hard, I guess. Bin, even with the Hullbreaker, Gragas just kind of holds the wave in front of tower. Zeus is why you pick the neutralizing pick of the Gragas, allowing the rest of T1 here.
T1 can be slow if they want.
Buy time for Guma's double summoner spells to come
They
back
can
up.
be slow.
He
Yeah, wait
ghost.
for Jinx flash. Wait for Jinx third item. Let him keep chovying.
And when you're talking about the Gragas
We're
being
doing
a
great.
neutralizer, just stopping the Jax by surviving, he's got the two powerful active items that do that. The Everfrost, the Zhonya's. These are great at buying time to be able to stop Jax from doing what he wants to do. on level 9 on the Alistar, lowest level in the game right now. We've been talking about how he's been getting chunked out.
Oh no, don't get caught.
His ult before these fights start. But nicely buffered.
Nice
Gumayushi survives the unleashed
But now
power
BLG
thanks
need to do
carry.
something.
Counter explode you button.
On this mid wave, push in, get the
This is a
tower,
large
try and
wide
force
that
something on
can
Nash.
into the
Oriana
Vine
ult.
and into
Oh,
the-
Faker.
Oh, but they go back in. Now they're going to look for Faker.
Oh, he knew Alistar with Q flash as well. So he flashed more to the right. Saved.
On tried to predict the flash there from Faker. You saw the W in and then On actually matched the flash. Unfortunately, he was a
So
little bit
what happened
short.
there was
Couldn't quite connect on to Faker.
Faker knew
Faker
On was going to
walked
Q
away with
flash.
five, but BLG feeling a lot more
So his
confident when
flash
they
was a
control
bit
them. Moving towards
scuffed
the
because he
Baron
knew
now.
if he flashed in a
Away
straight
from
line,
the
he
start
would
as
land the
well.
predict. So he expected a Q flash and
Maybe
flashed
that
to the
is
side.
BLG.
Was nice actually. It was pretty nice.
Yeah, that prediction
Could have
though,
been a bit
that
of
was
a-
so close to working. On was thinking
Could have been a
Faker's
bit of
gonna
a
go right
mess.
towards his tower,
Yeah.
but Faker's angle on his flash a little bit more down the corridor, not directly back towards it, so just on the outskirts.
There's a reason he's the GOAT, man. Just those smallest things can make the biggest differences.
True. An elusive goat. Very difficult to pin
The way
down
you
Faker.
said that is different from the way that he said it.
Ugh.
I don't know why, but there was like an inflection thing. I don't know.
Kobe's implying there's some goat trying to hide around the barnyard. In a
Yeah.
Have you seen the mountain goats up on those tiny cliffs? Like, it is crazy. Right? Oh, they got him.
They're trying to catch Owner this
Oh,
time, but
Faker, baby.
instead, it's On. And
Oh,
Gumayushi
Owner.
unstoppable.
Okay.
They found Yagao.
That's
Shut
nice.
down for Faker.
He EQ flashed.
Enemy mid.
His EQ flashes are clean.
Engage. Dead. Baron is the target for T1.
T1's going to get that for sure. Unless Shun does a crazy miracle, but they're
Well,
sending
T1 get
Zeus
their
right
revenge.
for him. The two bouncers here,
What is
Caedrel
Shun
and
doing?
Zeus, going to make sure
Oi,
they
mama.
get nowhere near that thing.
It's not getting an opportunity to even try.
Oh, but they got it with the tongue lash.
Oh, Elke.
Elk with a potential massive outplay.
Carry has eat in 1 second. He ate Zeus. Oh, Faker lives.
They got the Baron. They got back into mid. They kept everybody alive. T1 have grabbed control of this game.
Unbelievable. The early game was so dominant from BLG, but we talked about how they only need a single team fight. Owner finds the play. On thinks that he's caught Owner off guard. Yagao and On, they think that they see an opportunity, but look at the minimap. The rest of BLG aren't anywhere near. Nice flash from Owner, the follow-up from Carrier, the kill from Faker. Everything is so clean. And then you see here, Shun trying to get something back, but it's just not enough.
Owner's skill level this series is so much higher than I've seen it in the last 4 months. Just like his fundamentals are just so good. From mechanics to like map position to like where he should be. I don't know, he's I hope it's not just a one hit series wonder, but like he's playing so much more like
It'll be a Zonya soon.
Yeah.
But
Here comes the soul.
so much denial there from T1 and Guma on this Jinx.
maybe they scrimmed NRG and he learned from contracts. Because that guy's Jarvan was fucking
Yes, the
insane.
resounding answer from all of T1 is yes. Faker with his crown shattered.
Okay, Owner with the engage, forcing the flash out of Yagao.
Oh,
Beautiful
what?
Flag and drag right back out over the wall. Bin gonna be the target now as On looks to try to provide some disruption. Shun back over with a ball breaker, but he ain't gonna find a hole.
Owner is going all over the place. What the fuck?
Stopwatch to stop him in their tracks.
He ulted Vi with no flash.
It's T.
Owner's everywhere. Nice stopwatch as well.
Absolutely rolling over him. Double kill for Guma.
Look, he doesn't take it. Ah, he did. He baited Guma's flash.
Picks up another.
Take that.
The last man left alive, and he's gonna walk home with a broken leg. T1 absolutely.
Get him, Owner.
T1 barely walked
Look at
away
Guma,
with
he's
the
smirking.
scratch. The damage is
KS.
completely mitigated.
Deserved for playing any carry.
Stopwatches, Devour. Carrier didn't even use his Devour in the fight.
I mean, Guma flash forward for a dead person to try and get a quadra kill.
It was crazy, just a one-sided fight from T1. We talked about how they've been ramping up throughout this tournament, and T1 are here to play. They're looking to secure a spot in the quarterfinals, and they're looking to do it in convincing fashion.
This game is Guma gets excited, the visual novel. All right. They started out on Faker and just look for the first kill. It's a heavy target onto Shun. He does have a stopwatch, but the zap hits before On goes for the engage. There's no DPS follow-up, and once again...
You see Owner, he like ults Vi, EQs out, peels checks, EQs over, misses, then even though he missed, he stopwatches Vi, Syndrel, then he EQs on Xayah, then he runs away from Xayah, who knows it. This was the best part. Oh, he missed the best part. The KS.
Again, Shun trying to get away. Super Mega Death Rocket not going to find the target, but Gumi Yushi finds the kill on Elk instead, and they'll happily take that. Pin trying to disengage with a leap strike back to his jungler, but now he's going to be thrown up in the air by Owner again, shut down over to Guma Yushi. T1 may have just won the game.
Another convincing fight for T1. BLG just, they have no options in the fight. T1 are just consistently getting the better of them.
I don't know. Bro, I'm just so happy Owner is playing like really well. T1's form is great. Zeus got solo killed twice. They didn't play around mid properly, and they're still winning.
Not enough. T1, the greatest team ever in League of Legends, is ready to bring it back and do it again. They're on the next set, and they're on their way.
And they won 2 times on red side.
A bit of a revenge for MSI. T1 will take this series over BLG.
Guma Yushi.
Who was it that T1 lost to? It was Genji? No, it wasn't Genji. Who was it? It was Genji, right?
0-3. And just listen to that crowd.
This man, hey, he was the main character from Arcane in this game. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he was.
Okay, I'll tweet it.
Crowd fully in support of T1. And again, you can't talk about the AD carry without talking about the support. Carrier back-to-back top catch games. Wow, what a performance. He was executioner.
T1 looking good. Wow, this was a quick day, no?
In game 2.
Alright, chat, 4 hours this day. Now it's time for the draw.
Well, let's not forget this isn't the end of the road for BLG either. They will move on to play tomorrow. In the last
oh, Guma! Bro, he's the confidence king when he's fucking ahead.
They're out for blood. Thumbs up. Oh man, T1 are going to be a frightening opponent for whoever has to face them next. Oh yeah, I love these
What was
guys,
that?
Man.
The energy is good from T1.
What was that?
They continue their record, only dropping a single game. While it's not a group stage, the Swiss stage, they maintained their record throughout history, only dropping that single game.
And this
Darts.
team, with these players been put together, they've been in so many finals. With the rumors of them not staying together, I really want to see them get one.
We'll see how far they can go. They're looking good in this series. T1, I think that there were question marks for me, at least, coming into this series. What level is T1 at? Because I feel like that we didn't really get a clear gauge. I think they've made it quite loud and
Bro, Owner playing like contract.
where they are at in this tournament, and they're looking to be
who photoshopped that?
I mean, when you look at the games that they played previously, the 3
That's
matches
completely
beforehand,
fucking fake. You're so dumb. Shut up.
The top team from their own region.
What is that dog
and
shit?
Then they beat 2 North American teams, which are generally not considered as close to Korea in power level at all. So you're kind of wondering. I think it's the natural reaction to be like, where the hell are these guys actually in the standings? And now going up against BLG, I see.
They're up there. They're definitely up there.
They are up there indeed. All right, now with everything said and done, the dust settled for today, we're going to toss it back over to the World's Cooldown.
Thank you so much. The dust has not quite settled because we have a draw show coming up. And I'm scared.
Bro, today, I didn't expect today. I thought T1 would win 2-1 versus BLG, so I actually thought BLG would be competitive. They weren't. And what happened to G2? What happened? They just got absolutely fucking shafted.
You're a Jax.
All right.
And you're up versus a Gragas. Okay. And you solo kill him. And after that, you just kill him a whole bunch of times, and you've basically got the lane kingdom. What do you think happens in the rest of the game?
You lose because top lane doesn't matter.
True.
Yeah, he's
True.
right, Maurits. That's what happened.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked. Coming into the day, I did favor T1 because I think that we've seen the blue side thus far be more favorable. I also think that T1 just always naturally scales well into Worlds. And the previous game reminded me very much of the
Okay, so who is it? It's
NRG
G2,
you guys actually played, where you have a really clear plan and it works out well.
Damwon,
the second game,
KT,
though, I'm baffled because
BLG,
we did not see T1
and
team fight this well
Fnatic.
for, in my opinion, the entirety of summer.
But what I will also say is for most of summer, they were picking
I think the thing we need to hope for the most is Damwon draws BLG.
was actually a team fight comp. Yeah. You just group up.
Now, do you trust EU enough for something like this? Or is it better for EU if it's something like this?
That Zeus started off badly?
No, I mean, obviously, I would. No,
should we sacrifice ourselves
one of the best tops in the tournament?
Yeah.
He made a mistake
to get further, or should we play greedy? Do we play greedy?
The coordination of this team was something that in summer, even before Faker's injury, just it wasn't that good, right? Like,
okay, let's go through it. The best matches for G2, I'll do it by 3. Number 1 would be Fnatic. Number 2 would be KT or Weibo. So G2 want that. Damwon, even though they beat them, I think that's hard, and I think BLG would be the hardest.
Dokla may, contest that they would have been favored in the
Weibo's easiest would be EU and KT,
I know they have so
and
much
Fnatic's
fan support,
easiest would be, yeah.
Korea,
I feel like anything in this realm is good. This needs to happen. If it's Damwon, BLG, everyone's fine. Because I think Damwon, BLG is probably the 2 best teams there. Even though BLG got fisted by T1, I still wouldn't want to face him in a best of 3 if I was any of the teams.
On stage, we're also going to talk to T1, but it's going to be post-draw, I believe, because... Wait, I think tomorrow we're actually drawing for the bracket stage, so they wouldn't actually be affected.
T1 wouldn't be in the draw, but BLG's going to be in the draw because all those 2 and 2 teams. But just like
I don't know, actually, to be honest, it's all hard.
I know they changed it from groups to Swiss stage this year, but T1 had never lost more than 1 game in any Worlds group.
Iteration.
And they had already lost the 1.
Imagine having those
So
stats.
They have to 2-0. It's the only way. Yeah, can you imagine this type of world success?
Why didn't they 4-1?
And then also to have this like 2019, 2021,
because you get 3 wins and you get out.
Yeah, T1's really underperformed their expectations.
It's crazy.
Like how high are their expectations?
Tell me about it.
My goodness.
Say, Maurits, you were singing Carrier's praises. Do you want to continue that?
Yeah, because we really got to. Because I think that this is
they were
also
2-0
something
today?
that I really wouldn't expect.
Yeah, but if you're saying 4-1, they lost to Gen G 2 losses. So what are you counting, series or games? Because you must be counting series, but there's only 3 win series.
Yeah, that haven't always works out. But specifically,
oh yeah, it was BO1. You're right. Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Has been to me the most impressive.
Why did I think it was a BO3?
And we have been having a tournament of dive.
Oh yeah, because they went win.
And the
wait, they went win.
Already been there, right? And particularly against BLG, the
lose,
team that
win,
I think
win,
plays
right?
that style exceptionally well. As Faker's behind us, so obviously it's going to be very
so they only got 1 best of 3. For some reason, I thought they were in the upper bracket
in
BO3.
game 1, it kind of blew open the
BO3.
game, but in game 2, it was really just devour usage and follow up on CC that made the difference.
I see Dokla. You might have to play him, at some point.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many T1 fans here. I can't imagine what it's going to be like in Busan.
Hey, but you got swarmed. You walked off the desk after the last segment, and there were a lot of people wanting a photo.
Yeah, I mean, that's really surprising because I saw an energy jersey in the crowd.
Yeah,
I did not expect to see that.
Every energy jersey here lined up for a photo with Dokla, so it took a while.
Yeah. There were so many. Hey, since we're stalling in any case for the
draw show into LPL cards.
Let's talk a little bit about NRG
There's
versus
a shy
G2
card in here.
because you didn't get to do
that
yet. And to look at some of the B-roll, if you just woke up, EU fans, go back to sleep. But we're going to take a look. So, now that you've had some time to marinate and look at everything on Twitter, what do you think was the biggest factor that had you crush him today?
I don't know. I think it's the fact that we're playing on stage, because if this was a scrim, I don't know if this would have been the result. So I think
G2 scrim merchants.
We showed up on the day and we played really well. I think shout out to everyone. I think we all performed really well as a team.
Yeah, I think especially watching you guys all year in North America, I'm still not going to give you credit for anything because I think that gives you more power. But you do. Every matchup you go into, you're going to look at the lane by lane, and there's so many people that'll say, oh, actually, no, Broken Blade's got the mid advantage, and Caps has the mid advantage. But you play so well on stage, and your drafting and teamwork is the differentiator. To me, this series, you guys were so connected. There were so many plays where there were 2 or 3 people up trying to kill you. You didn't break. That allowed Contracts and the rest of the team to make plays on the other side.
All right, focus up.
It was just incredible teamwork, and I credit you guys for being able to keep your mental this entire time, because watching it, I basically couldn't watch. So your ability to play is
I feel like I'm going to die. I remember that one.
The boss music is playing as the referee's walking on stage.
No, it's not.
So as traitor.
So as traitor. Right before, I think it was the second game that he came to talk to you a little bit. How has that been? Because I mean, we consider him a traitor now, but for you, it's really helpful.
I mean, I guess you consider him a traitor, but I mean, I'm happy he's with me, and I'm happy he's coaching me. I think he provides a lot of valuable experience and just wisdom. And if I have a question, I can just talk to him about anything because, you know, he's just a top laner and he knows pretty much exactly what I'm going through. So I'm really happy to have him on my side.
Yeah, it showed. Let's take a look at the bracket because you don't have to sweat. Maybe you'll sweat tomorrow when it's the bracket draw for the quarterfinal. But okay, we're going into Last Chance Saloon. These are teams that have come down from an 0-2, and these are teams that have been on the brink of qualifying because they were 2-0. I'm looking at you, G2. So what are we thinking?
So what's the most entertaining set of games?
Listen, I'll sacrifice one of you and just do Fnatic G2. I just want one in the quarterfinal.
So Shox wants the Fnatic G2 guarantee.
Okay, can I then? Well, this is the problem because that guarantees.
I want to give Joko the next pick.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
You don't have to pick that one. You can pick whatever.
What about G2 Damwon? I think that'd be pretty entertaining.
Oh, the rivalry rematch. They've already played before.
They've already played 2 of these, right?
I mean, but it was a really close game, and I feel like DK would want revenge.
A best of 3? I like that. I will not survive it, but I would, you know, I would enjoy it.
I think it should be best of 5s. I think this should be best of 5s. It would go so fucking hard. You could get some of the best series in the whole tournament right there.
I think it would be
so good.
Exciting. I actually personally don't.
It's elimination or promotion point, and they're all equally like pretty much all pretty good, evenly skilled. You know, BLG slumping, Damwon rising, KT not sure. Wave. Oh, the referee's here.
The referee man is here.
Yeah, you guys.
BO5 there would go hard.
DKKT, Weibo BLG. Like I don't.
Oh my God! Here we go.
I don't want the
Here we go.
regional. That will be my.
Here he is.
It would guarantee that every region gets an extra team through.
All these teams are sweating.
But it also guarantees that every region eliminates. So
you think that's
here he is.
Entices me?
It's a true double-edged sword if that happens.
It's crazy.
They just need a close-up on his face. He's about to
where
send
is
him.
he?
I just don't want Weibo to play against EU. I'm gonna get fucking evicted.
Let's see. The man with the biggest pressure on his shoulder. Actually, no.
Just give
he's
Weibo
just
KT.
He's unbothered.
I want Weibo KT. I want Weibo to get a rematch versus those frauds and send Law home. I want Weibo KT. I want Weibo KT. That's what I'm asking for. I have one request. I have one request, and it's Weibo KT, okay?
Yeah, 1-1.
One request.
Yeah.
Just so people know the rules.
Please don't give me Weibo G2. Please don't give me Weibo G2. Please. Please don't give me Weibo G2. Please.
I'm kind of.
I can't do that. No.
You might want to be drawn first.
It's over if I get that.
Okay.
It's better, yeah.
It's been so important indeed. Our host is Subin Yoon and the referee is Sungbo Shim, our absolute legend, and we know that so far.
Please don't be Weibo
G2.
G2.
Genji, LNG, Energy, and T1 have already locked their spot into the knockout stage, but we are still missing 3, because we have 3 best of 3s tomorrow.
Yep.
Of course, it's packed. If you look, for instance, if you're G2, right?
Give me Weibo KT.
Lost today, or your BLG,
I'll snap his neck.
You lost
I'll snap
just
it.
now. You might be the first best of that plays tomorrow. I think that's kind of insane personally, but you gotta go.
Yeah, the amount of time you have, because you just come off the prep of the opponent that you really wanted to beat, because it will give you a direct seed into the
Yeah, don't forget that World starts 3 hours earlier tomorrow, by the way.
Oh,
yeah,
you do.
World starts 3 hours earlier.
And then you have to both cope with the loss and prep for a completely new team that you're
World
not gonna
starts
know
3
until
hours
the end
earlier.
of
There's
this
3
draw.
best of 3s tomorrow.
Since there are 3 quarterfinal spots left, the same as the previous draws, the draw order will decide the matchup. So whatever team gets drawn first, then it's the matchup right after, and the higher seeded
like 5
teams
AM
get
it
side
starts.
selection for game 1. The match order will not be as it is drawn necessarily.
Pray, everyone
that
pray.
will be announced later. Oh, I'm so nervous. I don't know what I want.
Oh my God.
This is a lot of talking. I want him to
This
draw.
is crazy.
I want him to draw
This
these.
is more pressure than the game I played. They're like, oh my God. There he is.
So he did everyone at this tournament a solid with his last draw.
Yeah.
Let's see it again.
Is he gonna be nice to us?
Please don't do G2 Weibo. Please don't do
You
G2
carry
Weibo,
yourself.
please.
Come on.
Oh, he went for the one in the
Yeah.
middle.
No hesitation.
Look at the strat. Look at the strat.
Damwon. Okay. Please draw BLG, please.
So
Please draw BLG. Please don't draw Weibo or G2 or Fnatic. You can do Damwon KT. That's fine. That's fine. Damwon KT. I get it.
Just no KT.
G2 Fnatic would be.
That's all I ask.
Yeah, KT. Fuck him. Fuck him. No, actually, don't draw KT. No, I want KT.
Don't do it.
Give him.
Come on.
Give him BLG. 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 BLG.
Will be very fitting for KT.
There's no way. Wait, don't do... Wait. It could be LCK, LCK, EU, EU, LPL, LPL. Wait.
Defend his title, or KT disappoints.
Don't do Civil Wars. Don't do Civil Wars.
Oh my god.
1 in 5.
1 in 5.
G2. Please don't draw Weibo.
Blue side.
That's all I ask.
1 in 3 chance they draw Fnatic.
Please don't draw Weibo.
It's kind of a cursed gift, but I'll take it.
Please don't draw Weibo. Please. Please don't draw Weibo. Please. Please no Weibo. Please. Weibo Fnatic.
Dude, they got thrown in the
Yeah, and that's
It's one. Yes.
Yeah, imagine losing to NRG.
Yes. Weibo Fnatic. Wait, no, fuck.
Fnatic Weibo.
I'm sorry.
Hey, it's kind of fitting that the last 2 EU seeds have to beat an LPL team in a best of.
Oh man.
The ultimate nemesis
And
of the LEC.
didn't Mickey say in Montpellier, he said, it's ridiculous that people
Fnatic,
think
I'm
that
sorry.
an LEC team can't beat an Easter team in a best
Fnatic,
of.
I'm
We'll
sorry.
do it at least once. Well, you've only got 1 chance left or you're out.
I mean, I don't want to make any predictions. I think
Okay.
that'll be a pretty close here.
Fnatic, I'm sorry.
Weibo is kind of fun.
I mean, yeah. That's one way to look at it.
The cope.
Wow. So the KT.
DK.
Man,
It was-
KT
you know what?
has
It's
had
for me.
the hardest
Honestly,
draw
this
of the
is-
whole tournament. What was
This
their
is
run?
tough for Eve.
They got
This is very
LNG,
This is really tough for the LEC.
they got
I think
Weibo,
this is about the toughest you
they
can
got
get, but I
Damwon,
also think
and
if
they
you're
got
G2,
who?
You had your chances. You couldn't expect
BLG.
like another draw. It
That
gonna
was
be hard
KT's
either way. You
draw.
don't have to bet on
Meanwhile,
getting Fnatic.
other
I think
teams
if you believe
had
in
like
yourself,
pure dog shit.
but it's gonna be hard. I'm actually so balding and
That's
so.
the cope. Sit back, cope.
Poor KT.
What I'm wondering now, I think if you're an LPL fan, you're pretty happy.
Yo,
right? 'Cause
Fnatic.
You have,
Oh, yeah.
You have BLG.
Fnatic, I'm sorry.
You don't have
Oh,
the team
yeah.
kill. You have Weibo have the opportunity, and I think Weibo is inconsistent.
And
but
they
they're still
can
a strong
get
team.
all 4 teams through,
Yes.
which
Yeah.
is now impossible for the
For
LCK.
LCK.
Meaning,
Wait,
so
hey, Fnatic.
since that 2013,
I'm
since
sorry.
like groups were a thing, even though the
It's
format
nothing
was different
personal.
then, 2013 Samsung didn't make
Why
it out.
is it that Weibo has to play
2018,
against all 3
Gen G
European
didn't make it
teams?
out. Those are the only times Korea hasn't made it out of group stage. Now it's guaranteed that there will be a third.
It's true. I can't. So when we started the Swiss stage, we thought about all the things that could happen for us to lead into the last day. I don't think this is what we expected at all.
Well, I'm like Thanos. I saw the possibilities of this happening.
Wait.
And this is exactly
Where's
what,
the
you know, I
Pedro
thought about
despair at?
yesterday.
Okay.
But this is why you won today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew this was coming.
Yeah.
Hey,
Just
I have some silver lining. I have some silver
What
lining.
is your silver lining?
For who?
G2, they played the best teams in the tournament, right?
Oh.
Gen G and NRG. And both of them actually destroyed them. So they should have a lot of practice.
BLG is so good. Like
They're
they,
so
they
tricky.
looked
Actually,
bad
this
today.
tomorrow
they
is such a
flipped
banger.
that level 1 and lost it, and then they
Wait,
didn't
where
get
is
far
Pedro
enough ahead
Despair?
and lost
Here it
to a
is.
team fight comp against T1 who played.
Copy
BLG
image.
is so good. I don't wanna
Crucially, their
understate.
bot lane is so good.
I don't know.
The elk
Yes,
guy
yeah.
is not bad. I
The L
think.
guy's not bad.
Yeah.
Hey, we still have an interview for you. It's in fact Faker standing by with Lore in the Horizon.
I really
post-game
wish
interview.
it didn't have to be like this.
And we're back here in the interview area after
There you go.
T1 wins here and qualifies for quarterfinals.
Faker
And of
interview.
course, I'm with the GOAT, Faker, for this interview.
He
Thank you
understood
so much for
GOAT.
joining me. Congrats on making it to quarterfinals.
Say something in English.
It feels like it was
Say
your
something in
best
English.
games and best series, best performance since the beginning of Swiss stage. What did you guys think you improved upon the most?
He understands the question, bro.
역대급 스위스 스테이지에서 제일 최고의 경기력이 나온 것 같습니다. 어떤 부분이 가장 좀 성장했다고 보시나요?
그래도 저희가 좀 이제 초반에 불리하더라도 계속해서 뒤집는 능력이 오늘 나왔던 것 같고 그런 모습 덕분에 이긴
Okay, now we're gonna open up LPL
I think
cards
we managed to
unboxing.
make a comeback
PogChamp.
even though falling a bit short early on. So I think because of that, we were able to win today.
Yeah, obviously, any specifics that you think you guys improved upon when it comes to the team play, the performance to get ready for this match today?
그러면 오늘 경기 준비하면서 좀 집중해서 우리 팀적으로 이 부분을 더 개선해보자 한 부분도 있을까요?
일단 저희가 지난 매치에서 조금 이제 의사소통이 잘 안 되는 부분이 있었기 때문에 그런 부분들을 최대한 개선하려고 했었고
Yeah, of course he
그리고
understands.
이제 좀 메타 분석적인 부분에서 열심히 했습니다.
In the previous match, I think our communication was not on point, so we wanted to make sure that we are on the same page today, and also we wanted to also work on our meta read.
I just
They're
got
doing the
the
draw.
information that DK is gonna play against KT in an elimination
Faker
game.
doesn't give a
Who do you
fuck.
think is gonna take this one?
He knows the answer.
모르겠습니다.
He doesn't know. No
Doesn't know.
idea.
He knows the
Alright,
question.
We'll talk about this later. Focusing a bit more on the game you just had, you and Yagao had faced countless time at international events. What is special about playing an opponent that knows you so well, but you know so well as well?
또 페이커 선수와 야가오 선수는 국제 무대에서 만난 적도 정말
Bro,
많은데
KT is
이렇게
gonna get
상대방도
fucking
나를 잘 알고
smoked
나도
de la
상대방을 잘
smoked.
아는 이런 매치업을
That
해야
one
또
rolls,
어떠신가요?
baby.
이제 뭐 매번 이제 만날 때마다 항상 같은 상대이더라도 좀 다른 스타일을 가지고 있는 경우도 있기 때문에 또 크게 의식하고 있지는 않습니다. 새로운 선수를 만날 때처럼 하고 있습니다.
Well, I mean, yeah, it can be the same opponent, but you know, we all come with different play style every new year. So I'm always keeping the mindset that I am playing against a new player every time.
Worlds may feel a bit special for you this year, Faker. This is your first time playing Worlds in Korea. You made it to quarterfinals. What is your resolution for the next stage?
그리고 올해 월즈는 또 한국에서 개최되고 한국 월즈는 처음으로 참여하시는 만큼 의미가 남다를 것 같은데요. 이제 8강 진출하셨는데 각오나 목표는 어떻게 되시나요?
네, 한국에서 월즈 진행하는 만큼 이번에 꼭 우승하고 싶다는 마음을 가지고 있고 그동안 이제 할 수 있는 최선을 다하는 게 저의 각오입니다.
Because this is Worlds hosted in Korea, I really wish I can win the title, and also my mindset, it's all about doing my best all the time.
Focus on the prize as always. There's a last thing that I want to ask you, kind of a side topic here, but I know that prior to the tournament, Caps gave you a cactus because you like taking care of plants. Did you find a name for this cactus?
이제 개막
He knows
전에
the
캡스
question.
선수가 선인장을 선물해 주셨는데 선인장 이름은 지어 주셨는지 워낙 식물을
What is
잘
it?
가꾸는 걸
Mad
좋아하시고
Lions
신경
because
쓰고
Europe
준비한
left them out to dry?
선물인데
Is that what it's called?
네, 제가 항상 또 선인장 선물을 많이 받았었는데 이번에도 해주셔서 정말 감사하다고 생각하고 있고요. 이름은 이제 선생이 잘 안 죽거든요. 그래서 언클러브 디몬 캡터스로 하겠습니다. 네.
So I actually have received a lot of cactus gifts because, I don't know, people give me a lot of cactus as a gift. And because cactus, they tend to not die well, so I named them Unkillable Demon Cactus.
That's very based.
Unkillable
Thank you so
demon
much.
cactus.
감사합니다. And good luck on the rest of the tournament. Jason, thank you so much as always. And
Thank
shouts
you.
back to
He said thank you.
Yeah, what did she just say? Base?
She said base to Faker. That was
I love
great.
it.
Did she say base to
Does anyone
Faker?
remember when
Respect.
he brought a broccoli on stage and just bit it raw?
So I
Shall he do the same with a cactus?
No.
Oh man.
No.
You've lost it.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
This is you draw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she two knocked out. We all lost. We all
The
lost it.
energy match and the draw just made me... You're gonna have to bring us home.
Yeah, you and me together are not having the best of time here,
No,
Shox.
but we don't lose faith, okay?
Never. Well,
We don't lose faith.
I can't win. No,
No,
like, one of my
you win
teams-
regardless.
That's not how
One
it
of them
feels.
wins.
I mean, can you which one would be better to have in quarters?
Yeah.
I think it would be better to have KT in quarters.
No, it wouldn't.
I thought KT would be T1. if
Damn
that
one
was
is
the
better
case,
in
but you
quarters
obviously
any
the
day. Are you
will be
kidding?
bad.
You want to knock out
But-
Deft Showmaker
He's
Canyon
just
for
salty
what?
because LPL
For
is gonna
fraud
get
Keen?
possibly
Shut
all
up.
teams out, and then they're gonna hold that over their heads again. This is the order. You get to Malt first. KT Rolster
I
versus
get it out of the way early. That's
Kia
good.
tomorrow,
I like
and
that.
then
There
oh,
it is.
this is not the order. Sorry, I got
Match
baited.
order pending.
I got baited.
Yeah.
Take that away
I
from
think it's. I mean, knowing how it's been going is probably the other way around.
It is,
because,
yeah.
But I can't confirm anything nor deny.
We'll see.
This is not the truth. I just hope I'm not in for 6 hours straight of suffering, or 2 times 1647.
World's
Me
winners.
too. I mean, I have rarely been in this situation. I am usually the one that is super doomer. So
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no NA tiebreakers, you know?
There's
This is
nothing.
weird.
This is odd. You know what? But I'm happy because I've seen you suffer for so long, and
Thank
some of
you.
the other casters as well. So.
And also,
I'm not
it's all thanks to this man.
Yes.
And his teammates and his coaches.
Amazing.
I
not-
actually did nothing.
I'm
for
not
this.
preying on anyone's downfall. But if you were to happen to lose, I wouldn't be too upset. That's all I'm saying.
You
Whoa!
already beat them. Ah, no.
If EU were to
no,
lose,
you're-
he wouldn't be
You're
upset.
on my naughty list now. Anyways, tomorrow we're going to be back with the final day of the World's 2023 Swiss stage. I know, it's been a ride, and it's not done yet. 3 best-of-3s to decide who will be going to the quarterfinals and who ends their road here. You can also catch the
All right, chat, it's time.
rebroadcast. And a final reminder also that tomorrow the games are going to
It's
start 3
time.
hours earlier, 5 a.m. CET, 9 p.m. PDT. See you then. Good night. Don't cry too much, you fans.
I'm already nervous.
I will.
Tomorrow's